just go ahead and start streaming here.
Mm-hmm.
And then click that. Go live. This is not a 12-hour stream. This is just
Regular.
art tutorials, speaker. All right, let's see if that works. Let me test. Should work. Hello.
Hello.
And
Uni, hey, cover up.
TikTok's chat is gone again. There it is.
Stop, maybe. Nashi.
All right. Can y'all hear us okay? How's the audio? Sorry, we are late. Everything decided to reset itself. So
As usual.
I took 15 minutes to set everything up quickly again, so we should be okay. Can y'all hear us? Saturn, Ginny, Nashi, Lexi, Stuff Maybe, Christina's grandma,
Hi.
Sav. Hello, hello. Are we coming out loud and clear? Can you hear us? Can you hear the music? Yup. Can you hear us? That sounds good. How's YouTube doing? Can y'all hear us as well? Snaz, hello.
Hey. How's everyone doing today?
Yes, how are y'all doing? Doing good?
It was just me. Hey, Cran. Hey, Dahlia.
There
Okay,
we
you're
go.
streaming all late. I know. We had some technical difficulties, as usual.
Yes, for some reason OBS would not find this stream camera at all, so I had to completely reset it
Yep.
in both the vertical and the horizontal. And then I realized I was on the still on the 12-hour window, and so I had to go to the other window and reset it a second time.
I don't even know what I'm drawing today.
There we go. But it should work. In other news, we went by the thrift store the other day, yesterday, and found two new office chairs.
Yay! Matching.
And they were like brand new. They did not have stickers on them. We brought them up to the counter, and the worker went and grabbed $4.79 stickers and put them on the chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And
They're
so
like,
we got both brand new office chairs for under $10. No more folding chairs.
Nope. No more folding chairs with cushions.
That's why I shop at Goodwill.
Kitty! I feel her underneath. I think she knows that I'm drawing her right now.
Very happy about the chairs, honestly. Except
Yes.
it's a little bit squeaky, maybe.
Oh.
Chair upgrade? Yes! Also, amazing news!
What?
Books and watercolors. Ben GB.
Ben GB!
I
sent you the thing.
We're probably not going to be able to ship to Australia anymore. It's kind of the most expensive country in the world to ship to.
For the States.
Yes, everything has been shipped out.
Yes.
It's a learning process.
Yep.
It's like, okay. So, yes, everybody's books and watercolors have been shipped out.
I know.
And I'm really happy.
I'm super happy about that. I'm very happy about that too.
Yep. No, it's all good, honestly.
Hey,
we're
it's an
just never
experiment.
going to ship Snaz anything.
So yeah, I think we have. Didn't we say that we're gonna do Cat's watercolor today?
If
So
Cat's
Monday.
around.
If Cat's around, maybe we'll do it Monday.
Yes, how's everybody doing? Let me go ahead and grab everything.
Why Torty Cat so difficult to
Updates.
color? Kitty, what you doing? Snaz says, wait, what?
It's very expensive to ship things to Australia from the United States, and we found that out today.
Yeah.
Hi, Kitty. Hi, Kitty. But we sent off 5 or 6 boxes today. We shipped them off, shipped them out.
Yep.
So if anybody's waiting for a package from us, we shipped them off today.
Yes. I'm very excited.
I thought that said puppy. Yeah, Christina's handwriting is not the most legible.
Look, does this look like a U to you?
Yeah, it kind of does.
No, it doesn't. Okay,
Kinda.
fine.
It
I
could
guess
from
could.
far away.
Fine. There. Kitty. She got
Kitty.
some. Now I feel like if it was to Australia, I could do like quicker digital portraits. That could be another thing, but I don't know.
Hello,
I have to think about that.
Poppy.
Hi,
Poppy. You're kind of in the way.
Uh,
Get over here.
Now she's actually in the way, and her paws are touching the iPad. There she goes. She hissed last night.
When Poppy gets carried around too long, she doesn't scratch. She just will like hiss in a random direction, and she lets people to know to put them down. It's not like an angry hiss.
No, it's not. She's like,
It's just like
quit it. Like that.
She's so cute.
She is so cute. Oh, she's doing the half lay, half sit.
Yeah, I gave her a 15-minute tour of the house from human POV yesterday, and at the very end, when we got back into the kitchen, she was like, "Okay, it's time to end this tour." I was summoned to this live. Awesome. Hello. Poppy's so cute. Y'all can't see her. No, that's enough walking on the desk. All right, go in your box. There you go. Go enjoy your box.
Go enjoy your box.
Notification says somebody here. Nice.
Cat doodles are so cute. I'm not good at drawing cats, honestly. And I'm not good at drawing Poppy's face. The only thing I draw is this little thing. But if it's cute to you, Fox, then that's okay.
Hello, hello. Dahlia, are you here as well? Did I see a Dahlia around?
Yeah, I did see Dahlia.
And a Toto? Yeah. We might be trying some new stuff soon in the future, adjusting our streaming, trying various things, you know, as you who have been here for a long time know, we just got started 11 months ago. We actually went live just as a complete experiment, and then it somehow turned into a whole career, temporary career. But we're gonna continue experimenting with live streaming. I don't expect it to stay the same.
Yep.
I don't necessarily want to become a full-time streamer, a permanent. Like, I do like streaming a lot. Streaming is super fun.
It is very fun.
But
But I feel like we can only do it for so long in the
yeah,
same
we've been
way.
talking, and we want to try different and new stuff as well.
Yeah. So this was Colton last night, carrying Poppy
She
very
wasn't really
gently.
mad.
Nah, she wasn't mad. I'm just making her mad. Maybe I should just. But the thing is, like, I don't know. I don't know how to hit cats hiss. I'm not sure. I don't know how to do it. But you were carrying her very, very cutely, very demurely, like this.
Yeah.
I'll just
Christina
say,
put up her latest YouTube video. We're definitely going to keep doing YouTube content. We haven't actually put up a TikTok in a really long time, any short form content. Colton and the gun show. It's funny.
Poppy has a little collar on her. That's like that lowers her stress.
Why are you meowing?
Hi, baby.
Why are you meowing?
Well, we tried to find her earlier, and she was in the hobby room, just kind of nestled in the closet.
Yeah, she was in the closet, laying under a bed cover.
Yeah.
And she's like a little beetle. You like lift up the thing, and she's under there, and she's like. I was about to say how I couldn't hear you, but my iPad was connected to my headphones, and they were laying on my bed. That's funny.
You know, this is what I kind of imagine Poppy to look like as an anime character. I feel like she would have parted bangs like this, and her hair would be like this.
Have you seen what's happening with Pinterest full of AI slop? Yeah, Christina spends about 12 hours a day on Pinterest. I don't really go on Pinterest all that much, but it's in a really bad state.
Yeah. For me,
Never
I
have
just
a place
block
for
it.
reference without seeing AI trash. Yeah, you just have to avoid it. You have to be quite a bit more hands-on involved with finding reference now, whereas it used to be like everything was wonderful.
Yeah.
Now you just have to put in effort,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of sucks.
It does kind of
Pinterest
suck.
is still great. It's just much more hands-on with finding references.
Yeah. For me, like, I kind of know what to search up, and I know which ones not to click. So I know that if Pinterest notices that I'm clicking on a bunch of AI images,
It shows you more.
it shows you more. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna click that, or I'm just gonna just ignore it, or just press flag, or just don't show this to me again. And generally, it'll kind of clear it. But that's what I've been doing. It's
Yeah.
probably not the best option, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know any other reference images that are like as good as Pinterest, because Pinterest can have a lot of good options. It's just
Pinterest still has a lot of good stuff.
they
It's not
still
like
do.
The old images are gone.
Right.
It's just there's a bunch of
New images, yeah.
that are really flooding everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like all the same stuff is still there.
Yeah.
I would say in the olden days, maybe a lot of artists here haven't existed in those days as artists. Maybe they were too young, but you used to have to search all over for different references.
Mm-hmm.
You'd find them in books and articles. A lot of people had went and found like websites that had, like, if you wanted to find medieval armor reference or like city reference or like reference of say like Hong Kong or a particular place, you'd have to find people online who were fans of it that ran like a blog or something and that uploaded pictures, and you'd have to find them there.
Ban about the Pinterest ban? What ban about?
I don't know
Pinterest?
anything
I don't know
about
anything
that.
about that.
Be careful with Pinterest. They have AI mods now, and they've been randomly banning accounts. Literally every platform does that now. It's really, really, really bad on TikTok. Accounts just get banned for absolutely no reason, completely automated. Look, as annoying as platforms and technology and everything is, a sketchbook is still a sketchbook. Paper and pencil still works.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things have not changed at all.
Yeah.
You can still pull out a piece of paper and just draw. That's the nice thing,
That
right?
is a nice thing.
Pens, pencils, markers, they still work.
Mm-hmm. And she has a little black foot.
Mm.
I don't know what leg it is, but I'll just do that. Poppy.
Poppy, that's
Yeah.
cute.
That's my interpretation of what she could look like,
Mm-mm-mm.
personified.
Ah.
Well, hey, Captain. Hey, Jebulent.
So otherwise, everything's working pretty good right now. All the, you can see us fine. It's not blurry. You can hear us fine. The volume's good. I ordered a keyboard for this computer. The first one came in broken. The 2 key didn't work. Ordered a replacement, and it's not showing up. The shipping is just delayed on it, and it's been days and days past when it's supposed to get here.
Rip. Keep it like this for now. Maybe I'll do it like this.
Bing bong. Hello, Annie. Hello.
Bing bong.
Very fun. Okami Soda Waters. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Poppy cute. Yes, Poppy cute.
Well, if you guys have any questions, as always, feel free to ask. Shading your whip, awesome. Mask
How are you guys
heads.
doing? Doing great. Just shading my whip. Very nice. Yeah, I've been getting back into drawing and practicing again. I've been going through some perspective stuff. I'm actually gonna learn about drawing in panoramic grids, creating my own hand-drawn panoramic camera grids for like drawings that have 180 degree field of vision and beyond, and like even 360 degree fields of vision. There's a guy I found. He makes content on it. He's like a Russian artist who has a channel and some tutorials, and he does a bunch of like on location sketching and sketchbooks, and does these crazy panoramic grids. You know, like drawings where they're in a sketchbook and they're like inside of a car, and you can see the artist's hand and like the right door and the left door and the steering wheel and the roof of the car and everything. He does a lot of that kind of stuff. I've never learned how to draw in those kind of grids, so I find it kind of exciting. It's not super... I mean, if you want to draw in that style, it's super useful, but like on a day-to-day basis with illustrations, it's kind of like a niche. Panoramic and 360 degree grids and stuff is kind of niche, like, but it's cool. I think it's super fascinating.
I think it's really fascinating too. Well, I feel like that's actually what some people kind of expect to draw with perspective with, but it's like super, it is very complicated to teach. The veg people? Oh, you mean like at the FVI? I don't know if we'll do that today. Sounds very fun though. Really struggle with drawing chests, especially female chests.
Hello, Hija.
I find that female chests are kind of like a triangular prism, but laying on its side, sort of. But they're like a lot softer, so it's like this. And then all you have to do is just make sure that the bottom side is more rounded and more like a teardrop. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
It's kind of like that.
It really helps to understand the anatomy of that area as well.
Yeah.
Pectoralis muscles.
Well, the pectoral, if it's like more anatomy-wise, it'll be like, here's your pecs.
Yeah.
And then dropping down from this is the fat pads, which is the breasts. And so those will also have a tear-like shape. Now, of course, this depends on how big it is. But generally, they'll start, the pecs will start first, then come the fat pads.
Yeah.
But generally, I like
unfortunately,
to...
we can't really cover this topic too deeply on stream.
Yeah.
Because
You're right.
I don't trust streaming platforms nearly enough.
Yeah, that's true.
I would hate to have our entire living go away because we covered a topic they didn't like.
Yeah, it's good.
Kind of a creator problem.
It is a, yeah. Well, but now you know. I'll put this to the side.
How do you guys normally get out of art block / no motivation? You know, that is a really difficult one, Snaz. Like, I find that... Katsua, hello.
Hey, Katsua.
I find that, for me personally, when I want to get out of art block, the first and, like, most important thing is to get drawing. Because if you start building momentum, generally that momentum, like, you want to carry it forward. Have you ever noticed that you'll, like, sit down and draw, and after a couple minutes, you'll kind of just keep drawing? It's like, easier to continue than to stop. And a lot of the time, it's like overthinking, right? Like, oh, I don't know what to draw, I don't know this,
Procrastination.
that, procrastination. But like once you actually get started, there's usually this momentum that starts, and then you'll literally just draw for hours and hours, and it's so easy to continue. And then it comes down to like the subject matter. If I want to start drawing, maybe I'll create new characters or a story. I always talk about that, right? Like creating a new character or thinking about dynamics and relationships and interactions between characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
But I also think that sometimes it's fun to tackle a new subject. Just enter into a new subject with no expectations. Just be like, I'm gonna try to learn how to draw animals, and I'm gonna give myself no expectations whatsoever, and I'm just there to have fun, to learn, and to try something new.
Yep.
So there's a couple things you can try. And the important thing is to try stuff.
What I would do is sometimes I'll just walk around. Oh, this is what I used to do as a kid. Well, my parents would take us to different places and different restaurants, and sometimes I would take a picture of like the interior decorations because there'd be like really cool statues. I'll be like, oh, I want to include this kind of thing in an illustration, so I would take a picture of it, and then I would try my best to kind of integrate that to an illustration in some way. So it's like I'm already starting with something, now I just gotta continue it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay to post fan art in the art share channels occasionally? Yeah.
Yeah, fan art's not banned in the server.
Banned. No.
It's just not many people in the server do it. Most people in the community here are focused on original content and not fan art.
Mm-hmm.
But it's totally allowed.
Yeah.
We tend to focus on original characters and original stories. We don't do any fan art ourselves. And so we never talk about fan art. We never do fan art requests. Like if someone says, draw XYZ, we will never do it really.
No.
It just does. It's not interested. We don't have anything against it. It's just not what we are interested in doing.
Yeah.
We both have a background in creating original content, and that's what we're passionate about. But you're totally free to post it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
Okay.
There are a few people who do post some fan art stuff and whatnot, but it's like art. You do whatever art you want. Y'all ever create environment art? Colton does.
Environmental art? Do you mean that in like environment art, like worlds, backgrounds, world building, that kind of stuff? Or do you mean like environmental art, like the?
They said yes.
Okay. There was just a track in college called like environmental art, and they focused more on like building and designing sustainable real world stuff, like buildings and benches and stuff that they're supposed to build in real life. Yeah, I did it professionally for a long time. I did background art for a bunch of games. I was a concept artist. I did backgrounds. I was a background environment designer. I worked on a PUBG map. A bunch of different games. That was mainly what I did professionally for a long time. I didn't even start drawing humans until 2020. Which game? A lot of games. I was a freelancer, so I always got put on various games. Lots of different games. And theme parks. I did a lot of theme park work because I was trained in industrial design, so I would go back and forth between theme parks and like real world stuff, and then video games as well. But yeah, PUBG, Guild Wars. Did a little bit of work on Call of Duty Black Ops 4. It's hard to remember, honestly. There's so many projects. What else? What were other ones? I did a lot of work on Anthem.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of work on... I did some mobile game work, designing like airships, different things like that.
I had to return my iPad to get more gigabytes in storage. I'm thinking between iPad Air 13 or iPad Air 16. I don't know. I never use those ones.
I'm not sure.
I guess just find the one that has more storage or whatever ones that fits your needs. Because I'm not sure of the differences.
What project or job was the hardest or most stressful for you, and how did you deal with it? So that's a really good question, honestly. Probably not super relevant to most people here, but if you're doing client work or if you're doing freelance or commissions and you get really stressed out. So when I started working professionally, I was a recent graduate. I was 20 years old. I had just graduated from design school, and I got hired to work on some theme park stuff. And it was really, really stressful. I had never done it before. I was super stressed. I was barely able to sleep.
Oh.
And my stuff was really stiff. And honestly, you just had to push through it, right? Just use all the skills in your tool set. Like when my brother started working, he was so stressed as well. He's a concept artist as well. When he started working, it's always the same. When you start working, you're like, I can't do this. This is overwhelming. Like, I'm not able to do this. It is too much. And funny enough, maybe it is too much, and you just do your best. And usually clients are pretty forgiving, with it. And if you can't do it, you can't do it. There's no reason to be too stressed about it. But obviously you want to do your best. And so how did you deal with it? How did you deal with it is you just push through and practice, and you keep trying to do your best, create content. You're going to get feedback from your art director, and there's going to be adjustments. Heck, one of the first jobs I worked on was a mobile game, and my art for it was so bad, my mentor who brought me onto the project had to fix my art. So, like, I went in and I did the artwork. I did, like, this bank vault. It was like a real-time strategy game, and it was mobile, and I had to design this bank vault. And the bank vault, it kind of looked like this. It was like this bunker, in the ground. I remember exactly what it looks like. It looked like this, and it had like this rounded piece on the back right here, and then it had
There we go.
it had this big vault door on it, and there were all these different pieces like this,
Have I ever seen that piece?
and it had hinges right here, and so the bank vault door would swing open, you know, so it's like this, and then there was like this little track right here with all these gold bars on it. And so if you've ever played like a little factory building game or something, the little gold bars would go and they'd get put in this bank vault and then it would close. And there were like hydraulics and stuff around here. None of the hydraulics made any sense. So the person who was supposed to animate this for the game, they couldn't because it wouldn't work. So my mentor had to go in and fix all of this kind of stuff and make it actually animatable, because like, you know, you don't want geometry going through other geometry. And I was super stressed, and I was really lucky because he did that for me, and he was very nice. But
Aw.
it's not unusual, you know. Just understand that other people go through it as well.
You're not alone in it.
You're not alone. Other people, every single person has gone through this. It's always really stressful. And that was one of my very first jobs. I got hired at Volta, and Volta is really high level. Like, they do really high level jobs. And so I was pretty recent graduate. He vouched for me, brought me on a job, and I was like not able to do it, and it was really stressful, and you just have to continue and do it. You don't want to let your workmates down,
Mm-hmm. And you don't want to get fired.
you know.
So it is hard. I have a problem with.
Just,
Oh, oops, sorry.
I own the Anthem art book. Would I find your name in it if I flip through it? No. I worked on mostly DLC content after the game was done. I did a bunch of props and stuff, but you would find artwork of people that I worked with because they were on the project before I was. They expanded the team and brought more people on when they were doing after the game hadn't been published yet, but they had already started on like DLC content and everything. So I was pretty much all on DLC content. But a lot of the people that I work with, and like my art director, a bunch of his work was in the book.
I have a problem with my people not looking like they are in the same scene when there are multiple. Multiple what? You mean like multiple characters or like
Multiple
multiple
people?
scenes?
Multiple people, probably. Problem with my people not looking like they're in the same thing when there are multiple. Yeah, proportion and perspective.
Yeah.
Setting up that world that feels three-dimensional. I would say, Dahlia, one of the biggest things, set up a ground plane. This is
Yeah.
like what storyboard artists and stuff do. Set up a ground plane. You know, something really simple. This right here. Understand where are those people on
Multiple people.
the ground. Right? Here's the ground plane. Person A is here. Person B is here. Person C is here. And how are those people, you know, proportionally in three-dimensional space to each other? That's the biggest thing. Like, you treat them at you get better at like thinking in three-dimensional space, and really, really, really keep track of where limbs and people are moving in space.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, this knee, right? You can just go and connect it down to the grid.
Yep.
The foot. I don't understand what that foot is doing, but right? So this is the direction that the foot is traveling in 3D space. And you could drag over and come up, and it's like, where's that girl's knee, right? Where is this knee in 3D space? Like that kind of thing. Keeping track of objects in 3D space, you can just pull them down. That ground plane is so important because you're going to keep track, you're going to use it to keep track of objects, right? Bring
Don't be shy.
bring something down, right? If I have a ball, let's just say that there's like a ball floating. Giant erasers. There's like a ball floating in the air, all right? Is this the shadow of the ball? If that's the case, the ball's like way in front of these people. what if this is the shadow of the ball? Well, now the ball's right next to person B. So that ground plane is going to help you keep track of objects in 3D space, whether they're actually able to reach it with their hand or if it's further away.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. So instead of a ball, this could be just another person's head, right?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a person right here and they're floating off the ground.
Well, that's cool. Lindsay asks, is there a limit to the anatomy course? Like how many people? If you're talking about the live course,
12.
it's 12. And we have plenty of spaces left.
Yeah, there's plenty of room left right now.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So like this person, they're not right next to person B. They're actually far away. They're just floating in the air.
Mm-hmm. Here you go. Saturn was asking about how to draw like poses with two people, and something that I would do is I'll find the
Zoom out
pose.
so you can
Oops,
screenshot.
there it is. Something that I would do is I'll find the person with the most complicated pose and the one that's most complex and do that one first, and then next to it I'll draw the person with the simpler pose, or vice versa, whichever is easier for you. I find that if I draw like the one that has a lot more complexity, I guess to me like it's like the hardest thing first and then the rest is easy. It's like a mental thing. Another thing is, let's say if I draw this person first, I'll be like, okay, I'll have this as a guide to how tall this person could be depending on their pose, and then kind of working in that order.
Lindsay, you have anime art school, right?
Yeah, you have anime art school, right?
Yeah, you get a discount on any of the live classes that you take because you have anime art school. So they're both $100 off.
Hey, Lau, we're doing good.
Yes, how are you guys doing? We're doing good. Yeah, if you're drawing multiple people in a scene together, you know that assignment of the bendy boxes, Dahlia? That's the exact thing. Like if you have two characters, one of them, you could have the torso tilted back like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, you could potentially have the torso tilted back like this. And maybe this person's like looking over and that person's looking over.
Yeah.
Right?
How are they intertwining? Are they intertwining?
And so you can keep track of these people in space, and then obviously when you come down to the ground, I'm determined not to draw too small. When you come down to the ground, maybe let's just say a third, and a third, double this down, it'll be about there. There's the ground plane.
Ooh. Wow, you're drawing really good in this angle.
This might be a little bit off just because I'm at such a weird angle.
I can't even tell.
Right? Person 1, you come straight down. Maybe their head is there. Person 2, you come straight down. Maybe their head is there. Right? There's person 1. Here's person 2. Maybe this is, let's see. Maybe this inside leg is their supporting leg, and this is coming out. Maybe this inside leg is their weight supporting leg, and this leg is coming out. So like I've just put them next to each other using this ground plane, and I'm keeping track of their location using the ground. Like I just pull things down to the ground and I'm like, okay, that's how far. So like this person right here, obviously they could be right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would be in front of the other person. So use that ground plane, and it doesn't even have to be a super accurate ground grid. It's just like it's
just there to
like a place, a platform that they're standing on, right? It's this same thing over here.
Yeah, and actually, I feel like this cute little image right here, it looks like Miki and Tira rivals.
Yeah.
And they're like...
Or they're like smirking, like, yeah, Abby and Miki, they
Abby
just pranked someone.
Yeah.
I feel like Miki would be able to bring out Abby's playful side.
I think so, too. Too.
And now, the funny thing is, how about we do this? How about we just take this drawing, maybe we just erase. we take this drawing, shrink it down.
Duplicate it?
What is it? Duplicate?
Yep.
Huh?
It's because you didn't.
I didn't
completely
apply
change-
it.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So hold up.
Yeah, we'll talk about drawing feet and shoes in a bit. I think I might have a good idea of how to talk about it. You're on
Did
the
I
wrong-
not select it?
You're on the wrong layer. This one or this
Yes.
one? Okay.
There. And just to show you how useful and accurate it is, why don't you just draw some simple bodies
Sure.
over my sketch?
Yeah. And actually, I'm in the process of making another video on how to draw bodies, and this is kind of like the process that I would use.
That's a good Tira, I see, as I pit on Tira. No, it was evil Tira.
So wait,
funny.
who should this be?
I don't care. Whoever. Miki. And then Abby maybe on the right.
Okay, this is the right? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you can start thinking about the story.
on our
What's
right,
there?
yeah.
Oh, on our right, yeah. So like, what's the story? Does Miki look proud? So maybe
Yeah.
she's like this.
And so what you generally do in this situation is bringing them from stick people to simple volumes.
yeah.
So
I'm actually getting ahead of myself.
Yeah. Now that it's safe to start with a head like this because you already know where it is.
Yeah.
But when you do like arms and legs and stuff, you would just do really simple volumes, exactly like what Christina's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't even really matter if your original drawing's proportions aren't that right, as long as you fix them.
Yeah. Like here, I'm already changing the body type. So right now, this is more of like a man's body type right now.
But it has the
But
perspective.
it has a perspective, so it's like it's totally fine.
So now Christina doesn't have to think about perspective. She just has to think about, what do I want the body type to be?
Yeah.
Like you could start with any shaped box, really.
But it's like all the work is pretty much done.
Mm-hmm.
Done for you. And all you have to do is just fill in the blanks. And maybe adjust some things. Like if I think that the legs are a little bit too short, you know, I'll just make them a bit short, or a little bit too long, I'll make them a bit shorter. And maybe I'll move the ground plane up a little bit.
I love it how Snaz came by, asked about how to get out of a art block. Totally ignored the answer and then just left.
I think he was just like, well, maybe I'll just start on UOC or something. I don't know.
Maybe he's going to sail around the world in a sailboat to find himself. He was listening. He was listening to your messages. Maybe he's gonna build a boat out of kangaroo bones.
Kangaroo
and,
bones.
Sail the ocean.
But like I'm kind of adding a bit of anatomical information, but not enough to be like, oh, this is this muscle, this is that muscle. I'm more thinking about like, okay, I know that there's this muscle here, and what shape does that create on the outside, and you know, how does that affect the thickness of the leg and stuff like that. So can this be? This is not the best drawing, but it can definitely be fixed. I feel like the legs I made a bit too chunky compared to the body,
I just
so.
leave it.
Oh, you just leave it? Alright,
Yeah,
sure.
I think the demo's good.
Okay. I'll-
And, I mean, you
To
didn't
make it
nail their
meet.
body type exactly how it is, but like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's just a demo. There. Miki and Abby.
Why is negative space important in drawing?
That's an
Because
interesting
negative
question.
space is just as important as drawing as positive space in terms of design. You automatically have negative space. Negative space is just the area around your subject,
Yeah,
right?
like this.
So like the negative space is like that area or this area or the area between their bodies, right? All of this in here. And so back what I was saying before, if I turn this into a shape, I want this volume in here to be designed well.
Yeah.
That volume in there, design it well. And remember when I was talking about design the other day with big, medium, small, close together, far away. If I want to make sure that I keep this distance as it goes downwards to this distance, I want to keep it uneven. Like, think of all these curves as like, this is an S curve.
It's affecting the shape
Yes.
of the negative space.
This is the apex. I come down here. This is the apex. I can shift these characters so they're not quite even. So instead of evenly across from each other, it could be like offset. You know, maybe I make the apex of their calves. I offset that. So
Ooh.
like one apex is there, one apex is there. Right? So that will automatically increase how much people like your artwork just based on thinking about negative and positive space. So like all of this space out here, that's all the negative space behind the character.
Mm-hmm.
And so this shape between the characters, like this, right here, this right here, that shape right there, that's an interesting shape. This area below her chin is larger than the area below Miki's chin, and it's also a different shape. So Miki's shoulder is higher than Abby's shoulder, and that creates interesting design. It's a very deliberate thing, yes. And once you know this, you can actually look for it. Like if Miki and Abby's shoulders were like the exact same shape for some reason, you could push it to make it more interesting.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you can start with the poses and then look at it from like far away and be like, okay, how do I look at this from a holistic view?
Mm-hmm.
And then be like, okay, what can I change to change? What can I adjust to change the overall image?
That's why a critique from a professional artist who knows what they're doing is so valuable, is because they can pinpoint exactly areas to improve, or like things that may take you 6 months to figure out, and even then you're only doing them by feel.
Yeah.
They could point it out consciously and
Like-
just go, this. Yeah, like that. Look at that. Simple and complex.
Yep. Simple, complex. And this automatically creates this really unique shape in the negative space.
Yep.
And that's what I'm kind of thinking about. It's like once you become a better artist, you'll be able to think kind of in two modes or different modes. Like you'll think, okay, I can zone in on the setup, and then I can switch between detail versus something that's, you know, more not as about the detail but more general. So yeah, someone's asking about how to draw shoes. I find that I will do a lot of shoe studies, but try to break it down. Like for instance, if I'm drawing like a loafer, I'll be like, okay, what I can start simplifying it to a box. So it's a box, but maybe it's a box with a rounded front, and maybe there's a heel. Now, of course, I wish I had the reference, but it's fine for now. It's the same process anyways. I can say, okay, is this going up in space or down in space? If it's going up, I'm going to draw kind of like the center line and have it go up, and I'm going to match the planes on both sides. And then I'm also going to think about, okay, well, where are the cut lines? Where's the seam lines? Is there like a belt or like some kind of buckle around the loafer? So maybe I'll like mark out some points or draw like some strips just to show where it is. And then I'll like, okay, maybe there's like some reinforcement. Maybe there's some like overlap in the loafer itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just keep adding. So you start with something simple and then you keep adding or subtracting depending on the reference that you have.
What's the most difficult thing you find in art? It depends. Like, the most complicated thing is probably, like, figure drawing. Because there's just so many different parts to it. There's all of the proportion and the pose and the thinking holistically and the anatomy and everything. But, like, people are usually best at drawing people just because they spent the most time doing it. Like, some people will be like, oh, I think it's the hardest thing to draw environments. They're not actually the hardest thing to draw. It's usually just the thing that people have spent not very much time doing, so they're not very used to it.
Yeah.
Probably character design. Good character design is pretty hard. Like, probably one of the hardest things.
Mm-hmm.
Become a teacher can explain so clear. We are.
We are.
We do teach. We do
Yep.
that for a living.
Yep.
We
have
don't
live
teach in
classes coming up.
university or school.
Nope.
I had the chance to pursue teaching in a university. I had a friend that had a connection with Otis, and he said that he could probably help me get a job there, but I don't want to teach in a college. I want to do my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like running a social media. I like making videos and content and all that. It's fun.
Yeah.
So we just started. We running our own classes. Our own live classes are coming up. I find it more exciting.
A foot will basically be the same way. I mean, I hate drawing feet, first of all, but I mean, sometimes you kind of just have to. But what I would do is I would, once again, simplify. Everything that you do that's complex, you have to simplify, because if you don't, it's the reason why we mess up all the time. So for me, I would simplify the foot like a wedge, or kind of similar to a door stopper type form, and I would add a front to the box right here, and this is where my toes are going to come out from, and the toes are kind of like a little kind of like a sideways ramp. It's thick towards the large toe, and then as it goes to the smaller toes, it angles downward, angles in this way.
What drawing software? This is Procreate on the iPad.
And then I would add various curves, like, hey, here's my heel, here's the ball of my feet. This
Good.
is simple. Go ahead.
Do you have any good resources or tips for learning the fundamentals? We do. We actually, as far as like a really good resource, we have an online self-paced program that's like a year long, and it teaches a lot of fundamentals.
Yes.
Figure drawing and anatomy, perspective, character design, color, rendering, environments, backgrounds, all that kind of stuff. We have our own program if you're interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
You can check it out on our website, drawanime.com. But other than that, as far as like free content goes, you're kind of gonna have to mix and match. There isn't very much all-in-one stuff that's free. You'll have to go follow different people on YouTube and social media and all that. We have a lot of content for free. We have a bunch of past live streams and videos that we've uploaded.
Yep. That teach this kind of stuff, and we're going to be continue to post more videos on YT and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, feet are difficult because there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of twists and turns. But I think as long as you can show, hey, this is where there's some overlap. So with feet as well.
Do you want to write our link there?
Yes, I can. So it's drawanime.com. This is where you can find all of our live classes, our pre-recorded classes, our Discord server, and stuff like that.
Yeah, we do have a Discord server, so you can come hang out. There's like 3,400 people. There's like 3,400 people in it. A lot of people do challenges. Super friendly. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people drawing together right now in a voice channel, hanging out. You can post your art, ask for help and feedback, do art trades, you can post your commissions, all that kind of stuff.
Allows like 3,418 people.
Yes.
Actually.
Actually. And it's going up every day.
Yep, it is going up every day. So yeah, this is our website. You can find all that stuff in there.
So if you want to know about that school that I talked about, you'd go here and then you'd go to classes. There's a button that would say classes, and then anime art school. Actually, let me look really quick. There might just be a direct way to get to the school from here. And then this is also in our profile. Yeah, it's the yellow button. It just says check out anime art school. You can find all about it there. But if you're looking for free content, we stream every single week, multiple times, and hang out. Are you guys doing any of the challenges this week? Probably not.
Probably not.
I gotta get back into the grind mode. I gotta get back into practicing.
Just had food, awesome Bisma.
What?
No.
Oh, nice. I'm going back through some advanced perspective stuff to refresh and to learn and expand. And then I've actually been thinking about doing a couple of really try-hard pieces.
I needed to do more try hard pieces.
You are welcome. And if you need the invite to the Discord and you can't see the link in our bio, you can just go ahead and DM us and ask for the invite, and I'll send it to you. Have you guys tried having characters making goofy faces? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my favorite.
That's one of our favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Actually, we have a whole section in our in our how to draw book on expressions. That is not it.
There's no
right?
goofy faces in this one. Where are
Oh.
the goofy? Are they just in here?
They're in
Goofy
OCs.
faces from the other.
These?
Here. Here's some. Like, here's some silly characters we did not too long ago. I love how this showed up in the challenges.
I know.
Goobert,
Goobert.
Peel, Old Owl, Dombolt,
I would
here's Father Harold.
unnamed guardian. I would try to keep the angst a little bit more subtle. We're trying to not have a bunch of angst in our challenges this time.
Yeah, Christina and I were talking, and it's not entirely enjoyable to be bombarded with the saddest possible things every single week, and we are forced to read it, or else we feel bad for not reading it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to
Minimize.
move away from tearjerker challenges for Christina and my mental sake. It's a little bit unfortunate.
I know you guys like angst, but we also have to look at it and stuff.
Yeah, like we basically are forced to read everybody's challenges every single Friday, and it becomes like a challenge for people to try and make us cry, and I don't actually enjoy it that much anymore. So we're gonna stick to more happy challenges.
I like silly prompts too.
Yeah. That's what our brand is about. Like,
We like
Anime
cutesy.
Academy is about cute and silly. And then all of a sudden every Friday has become like, who can make Christina cry the most? And we're going to actually start skipping challenges if they're really sad, because I just don't want our channel to turn into that.
I like the Maid Cafe one. That one was quite fun. The Mama Paradise was actually very nice.
Mama Paradise was great.
That was great. That was a good.
Yeah.
That was a good collab. Yeah, I saw Dahlia. Another thing about feet that I like to think about is, actually, you can even draw pillows for feet as well. You just got to change up the form. But if you draw a bunch of pillows, anything can kind of go. If you draw it twisting around and stuff, this is the same thing. There's the heel, it's rounder. Here's the ball of the feet on the floor. Here's the toes.
Just
the back of
found
the foot.
you guys this week and joined the Discord. What are you
Awesome.
guys working on today? We're just doing some tutorials, hanging out. What else? Having fun.
Having
chatting.
fun, chilling, chatting.
I don't know how long we're going to be streaming today. Haven't really decided yet.
Yeah.
No crying this week, yay. No crying anymore, period, I would say. Occasionally, sad things are okay, but I just don't want it to turn into a challenge to see who can make the most depressing content ever. This song is so silly, it is. It is, it very much is. From what I learned, pillows are the way to go for drawing literally anything. Anything that bends.
Anything that bends, anything that twists,
And
anything
a lot
that's
of stuff
organic.
bends.
Mm-hmm. I would say the only thing that doesn't really work as well is like hands, because hands are can be very rigid, especially with like fingers and stuff. So, but I mean, at the same time, you got that squish. So I guess, yeah, actually, pillows would be great. Pillows would be great for it.
Yeah, we're just chilling. If you have a hard time drawing feet, draw ducks? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think
Pillow-
ducks
What
are
if you have
very...
a hard time drawing ducks?
Yeah.
Pillow guy is awesome, yes.
Can you draw wings? I can draw some wings, but I don't draw wings very much. But I know that a lot of the time you can divide the wings into 3 parts, almost like a little stepper, like this. And then there's also different layers to the feathers. So the wingspan, but as they get to the wing part, the feathers get a lot longer. Now, of course, I would have to do more research on it, but... And then towards the inside part of the wing, the feathers are a lot shorter. And so you'll see... My hands are not doing very good today. You'll see a lot of layering. They almost look like scales, like very soft scales. Actually, I don't really like this part. I think this actually looks fine here. Oh, very basic wing. It's not... It's good enough. I should look for reference, though. What is getting covered today? Whatever we feel like covering. Pillow demon. The pillow reminds me of a demon, so every time I think of it, I'm like, pillow demon. What demon? I just think of the that sleeping princess castle one, that the girl that always holds the pillow and falls asleep. That's the one I think about. What is a man but a twisting pile of pillows? I agree with that. You guys are matching. Yes, we are. We're wearing some kind of pink today. I like it when Colton wears pink. It's very cute. In fact, I kind of wish you got a bit of a lighter pink. Actually, you do have a lighter pink shirt. We're just not doing that. You're not wearing that one today. Maybe I should draw Miki scared. I don't really draw her in those kind of expressions very often. Oh, I love this song. It's so good.
This is a great assignment here with this.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
And it would be very easy to do because we got a little skull line around here.
Maybe you could do that for practice streams.
Yeah, I do
Exercise
like those.
for helping line confidence and shapes. Line confidence, there's a few line exercises that you can do. Actually, we cover these quite often in our other streams, but we might as well cover it now. One of the line exercises is you draw a line. There's 1 point on the top, 1 point in the bottom, and you can place a point anywhere in between. Here is fine. And then you draw an S. And you try to aim all the points. You try to aim at all the 3 points. And you can do another S. Or another one. As long as they're aiming at those 3 points.
You can get really crazy with it.
Yes, you can definitely
It's
get
just
really
an
crazy.
exercise.
Yeah.
You want to do this dozens and dozens and dozens of times.
Yeah.
The teacher that we learned this assignment from, his name was Will Weston, and he would tell students, instead of doom scrolling on TikTok before class, do these assignments for while you're waiting for class to start. Just do tons and tons and tons of them.
Yep, it gets you really warmed up too.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Another one.
There's different versions of it as well.
Yeah. Another
Song
one.
name, it's Fox. You know what to do.
You know what to do. Another one is you can draw 2 S curves. I prefer to draw one that's like, I prefer to draw 2 and they're kind of getting a little bit thicker because it's more dynamic. And then you can draw S curves rolling around the form. This is good for cloth. It's good for rolls of fat or whatever, rolls of skin. And notice these little overlaps right here. Always add them. Don't leave them out.
And extra bonus points if you make these shapes inside uneven. Big, medium, and small. That'll help with your design skills as well. You have a YouTube channel? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. It's
Draw
the same
Anime
name.
Academy, same name. You
What
can find
is
it on our
this?
profile. What?
Oh, someone else asking, what's this? I was joining the Discord server. I'm covering some line exercises right now.
Your line exercises. Exclamation mark Fox. I don't know where she... This was If I Wait. That is the name of the song. If I Wait, instrumental version by MV. Like MVD without the D and without the wait. Wait. If I Wait.
What, Maddie? Lunar Eclipse, thank you for the follow. Palookas.
Guess
thank you
what
for the follow.
Maddie says?
The Anime Art School?
Yeah, right. Maddie always
Yeah,
says
right.
that.
I know.
It's full of
It's the girl who cried Anime
dog
Art
trash
School.
lies. Just constant. Maddie is the girl who cried wolf.
I'm less than $100 from your school.
Wow.
Really?
Y'all been grinding.
Grinding it out, huh? Can you do some color reflective light from a glowing object on a person? Ooh, now that's kind of fun, actually. Actually, I did something like that with Tira in one illustration, but I'll find that in a bit. Another one is you can draw a circle, and you draw 2 lines parallel from each other, and then you try your best to wrap this line around the sphere. This is great for drawing heads,
Yes.
drawing hair, drawing anything that wraps around a sphere.
Yes. So you pull out parallel. This one actually kind of ended. You pull out parallel. You wrap over, and then you end it parallel.
Yep.
And you can just do this literally all over the sphere. It's just an exercise. It's like a ball of yarn.
Yep. Like a
You
ball.
can go like this. You don't have to end on the opposite side. You just want to make sure you start parallel and you end parallel. That's a good exercise. That's 1, 2. And then there's actually there's another one. So this is like 1, this is 2, this is 3. There's another exercise. Draw a horizontal line, a dot on the end, a dot on the end. Put a dot above it or below it, and you just loop an accelerated curve through it. Zoop. You can put a dot below. Zoop. You can put a dot way up here.
Zoop.
Zoop.
Aiming.
Yep. You don't have to hit it. It's just a line exercise.
Yep.
There we go. If I go really fast, I miss. If I go really slow, I hit it.
Mm-hmm. It's possible if you can explain why I'm able to draw heads at any angle, but not the faces in the angles. It probably has to do with perspective and your proportions, like where you're marking them, and also how they overlap each other. Why does it feel like geometry? Because I mean,
It's not really.
not really
it's
geometry.
Just drawing lines.
Yeah.
Drawing right now. Nice.
There's a lot that goes into faces. You know, there's a bunch of crevices and things that come out and in. Like, I mean, if you're drawing like someone that's kind of like at a head tilt, and they're kind of slightly turning towards you, sometimes you'll see that the nose overlaps a lot because it comes out.
I
There's
don't
the mouth.
understand how to communicate with younger people these days. I have a perfect guide for how to communicate with younger people. All right, talk to them in a completely normal way, as if they were just a totally normal person, and never talk about anything weird. There's your solution. Just treat them like normal people and never go anywhere near anything weird in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
Problem solved.
just don't talk about anything that's could be perceived as weird, I guess.
And they love brain rot.
They love brain rot.
They like TikTok. They like brain rot a lot of the time. Are your art classes in American time zones? I'm from the UK. Yes, they're in American time zones. So that would be 10, 11 a.m. Pacific time. That would be like probably. What time does our class start in the UK? Is that like 7 or 8 p.m. or something like that?
I think so.
Yep. Just be nice. Be enjoyable. Be pleasant to talk to.
Don't be annoying.
Don't be. It's like all the same rules that apply to
It's
this
etiquette.
talking. Yeah, it's just normal etiquette. Don't be annoying. Don't talk about anything that makes anybody uncomfortable.
Yep.
Try to figure out what they're interested in, and yeah. Every day, Cat has arrived. Yeah. So the thing about our live classes is, all of the recordings go up.
Mhm.
You can you can rewatch the recordings of the classes. If you get your homework in, you'll still get a critique, and you can watch the recording even if you can't go to class. All of the recordings are going to be available for download for
Yeah.
you. So if you want to download them onto your computer, you can, and they'll be up for about a month after the class, so you have plenty of time to download them, save them onto your hard drive. And yeah, we meet up at the same time every single week.
Mm-hmm.
Figure drawing's on Saturday. Clothing drawing is on Sunday. And yeah, and if you get both classes, you get a discount. And if you already have our self-paced anime art school, you get a discount as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're thinking about getting both, I would get anime art school first, and then you'll get a discount on the live classes.
Yeah.
What are the requirements to join? The will to survive.
Learn.
The will to learn. That's it.
Survive. Survive.
I feel like brain rot is universal. Oh, it absolutely is.
Oh yeah.
Brain rot is just part of human nature.
Well, I feel like a lot of people are always so stressed that the brain rot is just there to like kind of soothe them, soothe the brain.
Yep.
Yeah. There's also no skill requirements. Like, you're here to learn. You're not here to prove everyone that you can draw.
Brain rot.
You know.
Yeah, I watched this stupid clip of SpongeBob, and it was like there was like a guy spinning a baton, like a cop spinning a baton, and like SpongeBob like grabbed it and took off like a helicopter, and the cop's like, "Oh, my hero!" It's so stupid. Like, it makes no sense.
It was was really funny. I really
But
liked it.
brain rot has been around for a long time,
Yeah.
and it's
I don't think
fantastic.
I don't think they just had a term for it.
Yep.
Do you have any tips about art commissions? I never have done them before. I want to start. Sometimes just throw yourself out there. I would also. So we have our community has a lot of people that do commission. Not a lot, but we definitely have like
Quite a
people
lot.
that quite a lot. Okay, we have quite a lot of people that do like ask or request commissions from people. I would say the easiest way to get someone that is trustworthy is to be friends with them, is to hang out a lot and be like, hey, this is my art. Like, let's have a good time. If you guys share similar interests, it's even better. For me, for example, someone that commissions me a lot is Tori, and we're friends. She has been trustworthy and makes the payments, and so it's like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If you want to start commissions, you mean I've never done them before. Want to start? Okay, yeah. I think that's great advice.
Thank you.
I think that's great advice. Totally true. Join a reputable place and make
too.
friends with people.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is under promise and over deliver, right?
Yeah.
Just clearly state what you're delivering, right? What are the deliverables? How much does it cost? What's the time frame that you'll get them done? And follow through with that. If you say this commission is going to be done next Wednesday, we actually commissioned someone a long time ago on TikTok, and we hired her to make a Miki and a Ray. The artworks were great. They were about a month late with both of them.
Yeah.
And I feel like the artwork was great. They were supposed to get it done in a certain amount of time. Then they were just weeks and weeks and weeks late with it. We didn't like pressure them or like anything,
But
we were
the
pretty
artist.
chill as far as that goes. But I probably wouldn't commission them again because I'm like, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Be predictable.
Yeah.
Be predictable in a positive way. If someone hires you, it's done in a reasonable amount of time. It's
Worth the money for both of you.
You try to always over deliver in some way. Maybe it's done in less time than you promised. Maybe it's better than you said it would be, right? Try to over deliver at the bare minimum. Meet the expectations that you've set out clearly, and just try it. There's really no risk. Like, the worst thing that happens is you've made some extra work for yourself and you're stressed for a little bit and then you get it done.
Yep.
What you don't want to do, I would test small first. Go ahead and, can we see? This was actually before we even like blew up on TikTok.
Yeah.
It was like when we very first started, not even streaming. It was before we started streaming. But anyways, be predictable.
Yeah.
This is the funny thing. John Paul was telling us about this in the restaurant industry. The thing that kills restaurants is unpredictability in the quality of food. It's super good one time and it's raw the next time.
Raw.
It's like,
It's raw.
have you ever been to a restaurant or a place where like it's so good and you go back again and it's like totally mid, and then you go back again and it's like super good, and then you go back again and it's super mid, and you're just like, I don't trust it. At least if the food was bad consistently, I would know what I'm getting. But if it's unpredictable, then it's actually like worse. So like a lot of the time, like fast food, it's predictably okay. And so when you go there, you know what you're getting. Be that kind of artist, the one that's predictable, the one that what they see in your portfolio is what they get.
Yes.
And you do that every single time. And if something happens, overcompensate. If your computer explodes, do a really, really good traditional artwork or something. Like have some sort of a backup plan. Or if your computer explodes and you simply can't do the commission, you refund them. And you're just like, I didn't deliver what I promised. So, if you want to do commissions, being predictable is very important. That's my big one. And be nice, be enjoyable, right? Have a good time with people. Like, people want to commission friends. People who like you want to commission you. And so I would say do that, you know.
Well, I find that the more that you are with someone who is trustworthy and you do know them, it's like kind of less room for error in terms of like, oh, this person scammed me, or you know, or oh, this person's not paying me as they should. It's like kind of when you're friends, you kind of have this obligation already.
Yeah. I'm allergic to people. I'm actually scared. Yeah. So I was absolutely that way as well.
I was that way too.
People underestimate the adaptability of humans. Like, people are so incredibly adaptable to their situations and environments. That's one of the things that people are best at, is adapting to change. So if you put yourselves in situations where you have to deal with more people, you adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't, when we started streaming, it was like, it was hard. Like, it was awkward a lot of the time.
I remember the first time we streamed, it was like the first 2 days I couldn't really sleep all that well because my brain was so like wired. It was like being on adrenaline.
And then like the first time we made classes online, the first time we made videos, they were super awkward.
They were,
and
yeah.
I had a really hard, and I was so frustrated at myself because I thought that I sounded really weird and stiff, and I couldn't draw. It was like the same thing. My first professional jobs, I was drawing super stiff. I remember my mentor had messaged me, and he's like, "Bro, your art look is so stiff." He's like, "Are you like you're really stressed?" Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm super stressed." And he's like, "Don't sweat it." He's like, "It's always like this with artists when they start."
It really does make it comforting to know that it's like you're not alone in it.
Everybody goes through it.
Like when I get stressed about making content, you're like, oh, I know that feeling because I was stressed about it with work. Like that's why the drawing looks stiff. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm not crazy.
Every master was once a beginner, and every single person who's killing it had their day where they did it for the first time.
Yep.
I published my first online course in 2019. It was 17 hours long. People still take it to this day. And I felt so stiff. I felt so sterile. I was just talking into this really crappy microphone. I had a mentor. I hired a mentor because I was working professionally as a concept artist at the time. And I hired a mentor to teach me how he did courses and classes. And then I took what he taught me and I taught Christina how to do it.
Mm-hmm. And then the rest is history.
Yeah. And don't judge yourself based on one occurrence. Just keep going.
Yep.
Just keep going with it. Like, people will go, "Oh, I failed at this thing. I'm a failure." That's not true at all. If you fail at something one time, you're not a failure.
Yeah, that action doesn't make you you.
No. That action doesn't make you you. Just keep going with it. Don't put expectations on yourself that are too high.
Yep.
Have fun with it. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And go for it. Honestly, the risk is so low. You can set things up to where they have very little risk, right? Do a commission, get paid, keep that money aside. If you don't succeed, refund it. Zero risk. In fact, this was a really good tip. Make it incredibly convenient, or make it incredibly safe for the customer, right? Give a guarantee that eliminates all risk, right? I wouldn't go this far, but some people do, is they go, "I'll deliver your artwork, and if you're not 100% satisfied, I'll refund you." Like, if you're absolutely terrified to do your first commission, I would, instead of just doing artwork for people for free, you can just make a crazy guarantee like that.
Fulfill it.
And go, for the first week after you get the artwork, if you want a refund, I'll give it to you. It's like, that way, if you were thinking about doing free artwork for people in the first place, wouldn't people take advantage of that, though? They could. However, if your other option was, I'm just going to draw people characters for free, you'd actually be astounded at how guilty people feel if they take advantage of something like that. We have a refund period of 2 weeks for our school. Like, you can literally ask for your money back at any time within those 2 weeks, and we'll refund you.
Yeah,
there has been one person so far who got a refund, and it was a long time ago, and it was because they didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, people, if you're doing your side
Very well.
people don't take advantage of it very often. And if you find someone who takes advantage of it, you can just not work with them anymore. But if you're considering just doing art for free for people, why not just charge them and say, hey, you can get a refund?
Yep.
I'm not saying you should do it. It's an option. A lot of people haven't thought of that option.
I had never really thought of that option either for commissions. But yeah.
If you're afraid and you want to start commissions, it's a good way to dip your toes in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Zero risk for them.
Yep.
I've been working professionally as an artist for a long time. My entire adult life, I've made a living off of art. I've done commissions. I've done client work. I've worked with huge companies like EA and Mattel, and I've worked with small studios. I've worked with individual people. I've been doing it a long time. I'm not like crazy experienced, like an industry veteran, but
I mean, you've worked. You have your experience.
I've been working since 2016.
Yeah.
And I've made a living off of art and design the entire time. So it's just business advice, really. It's sales and business, and what you can do is just make it as low risk as possible for your customers if you're afraid. Too scared to talk to people IRL, sometimes online. I get
You're
that.
talking to people right now.
You're talking to people right now.
Talking to us.
That's a good start.
That's a very good start.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, you're a very fun part of the community. You're
Mm-hmm.
here all the time chatting.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's a great start. Because I know y'all, I trust y'all. Hey,
Thank you.
there was a time where you didn't.
Yeah.
What's a good start point for prices on commissions?
It depends on how.
You're just gonna have to really test stuff.
It depends on, like, obviously the skill, like, and how fast you are. Like, for me, let me think. Depending on the person, I'll charge not as much, but I'll do it much faster, so it's worth the money and the time for me. Like, digital commissions I can do really fast. But I also make sure that it's just, like, it's worth for both people.
What time
It's almost
do you
like getting
think?
paid by the hour.
What time do you think mentorship would be good with Toby on Tuesdays?
Oh, on Tuesdays?
Yeah, sometime around the evening after lunch or something, maybe like 2 or 3.
That sounds fine to me. I don't care.
There's kind of a couple of schools of thought. Where's that pen at? Here it is.
There.
When you're doing commissions, as far as setting prices go, there's kind of like school of thoughts, right? There's A and there's B. There's A, which is there's all these different people doing commissions.
You want to switch?
Nah.
Okay.
So let's just say there's all these different people doing commissions, right? And they're all charging a certain amount. It's kind of like a similar amount. The price equals similar, and the product equals similar. So what you can do is you could just go search around, and there's different ways to think about it, right? You can go search around, and you can go, okay, person A is charging this amount, person B is that amount, person C is that amount, person D is that amount, and then there's you, and you can just go choose something around there. A lot of people will just undercut. They'll undercut the others, and they'll do that because they're like, well, I want people to hire me, so I'll just charge less. This is like a race to the bottom. Basically, it is the reason that art pays so bad these days. It's because every person who becomes an artist is willing to work for less than the next person, and so it's just a race to zero. What happens when there's artists out there who are willing to work for free? Then clients go, why would I hire you? There's other people out there who work for free. So be very careful when doing this, but you can do this. You can just set a similar price to these other people who you feel are around your level, and you can do that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think it's a race to the bottom, and I think it causes artists to undervalue themselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
Now-
feel like it also makes the work, like, economy of art.
It's
like slower,
commoditizing your
Yeah,
art.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's commoditizing your art. This is a big discussion in business, by the way. B is there's your art. This is you, and what you deliver is in a category of its own. You can't compare it to another product because they're not comparable, right? Like, take Animate Art School, for example. Animate Art School is not a class. It's an entire education. So you can't really go, well, this person's selling their course for $50 because, well, it's not a course. It's like an entire year-long program, you know? Mm-hmm. So people do this all the time. They basically put their, in your case, art, in a category of one, and it allows you to separate yourself from others.
What makes you unique?
And you can then price it according to a non-comparison, right? Like a non-comparing way. So you would basically go, yeah, what makes...
Thank you, Artemis. I'm so glad that you enjoyed the watercolor piece. Oh, that's so sweet.
Unique. And then price it. And you could experiment with the price. You could go up and down and see what people want. Right? So try to get yourself into a category of one. But that's really the main two options. Is you're competitive with others and you have a similar product. Or you are basically going, what makes me unique? Right? There's a number of things. And that's the hard part, right? It's hard to become unique. You have to spend time thinking about this and developing something that makes it unique. So, for example... an artist who's really famous, like they're unique because they're them, right? They would have a pretty easy time doing it. You could look around at what's out there and try to figure out what else can I do in what way, right? That's different.
Yeah.
And so this is the difficult thing about, now if you can solve this problem, you'll have customers lined up out the door all the time.
And especially if you promote yourself a lot.
Yeah. The fine art industry, you know, like the banana taped to the wall?
Yep.
Like, they've like almost like rigged the game, right? They have it where it's like this club, and it's like this elitist club, and they charge ridiculous amounts of... Oh, Wind Rider! A banana taped to a wall. Yeah, remember that? It sold for like a crazy amount of money? Okay, Wind Rider sent 5 Draw Anime Academy gift memberships on the YouTube. Lindsay, Lazy Pig 93, Sayaka Kaname, Yoki Pop, and Nirwanda all received a membership from Wind Rider.
That is very
Can we
nice.
get some W's? Oh yeah, we got a Miki in the corner now, they said.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Can we get some W's in the chat?
And ZKG.
And ZKG, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Honestly, forgot y'all were streaming. Yeah. Well, and I'm not saying that this is a perfect all-in-one, your problems are solved. There's no magic pill. There's no magic problem solution. There's just different things that you can try and figure out. This stuff is not easy, but this is what people have done in the past that you can reference and look at. Mm-hmm. How do you buy memberships on YouTube? I actually don't know.
I have no idea.
I think there's like a little...
Oh, super sticker.
Here it is. So there should be a little dollar symbol next to the chat window. At least that's what it looks like on PC. There's a join button. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Appreciate it, Wind Rider.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Oh, you gifted a membership to everybody but yourself.
Oh.
That's so sweet.
Blue Dahlias, thank you for the follow. We got another Dahlia in the chat. What is good communication for commissioning?
Be clear.
Be clear and honest.
Be transparent, honest, upfront. Be kind.
Yippee, Ray tier.
Ooh, the Ray tier. Yay! Awesome, Wind Rider.
And yes, that is actually a bunch of roses. Cat,
thank you for all the roses.
When should we do your watercolor today?
Do you want to do watercolor today? Is that what you want? I'm pretty happy with that.
I'm happy with that. I'm excited to get that.
Yeah, so if you're doing commissions, what I would do is I would spend extra amount of time trying to get into this category. Now, this is going to take you time. You may have to get to a certain skill level, right? You may have to start in A and continually try and move towards B. Or A can work if you're so incredibly fast that you can just do tons and tons of artwork, right? Like, if you charge $20 for a commission and it takes you 20 minutes to do it, you could do, you know, 2, 4, 6, 3 commissions an hour, you could make like $60 an hour, right? So then it would come down to you organizing your time and optimizing your workflow in order to work fast. I have a friend who's a concept artist, and he makes
Sure, Cat, you can do that.
about $1,500 a day a lot of the time because he's so fast. He's optimized his workflow, and he gets really specific jobs that fit his skill set. And so he just draws and draws and draws really, really fast. He produces high quality works. All of his content, all of his artwork. Yeah, he's one of Blizzard. He's one of the main artists on World of Warcraft, and he does a bunch of freelance on the side. But yes, absolutely. And he is incredibly aggressive with rates. He tries to charge top dollar, but he's very good, so he can back that up with work.
Yep. Hey, Renee Draws, welcome back.
Yeah, he's very fast. He's very good. He's super cool, dude. He was one of my classmates. He's one of my good friends. And just really, really good artwork. He's a concept artist, right? Concept art pays a lot because it's a hard job. You have to be able to design stuff. So, yeah, if I were you, I would start in category A, do some experiments, and try to push towards category B. You know?
Yep. And that can be like, you know, how you treat someone. That can be like, oh, maybe you put like cute little messages or extra drawings like on the
Yeah.
side that you didn't really commission for. But like, let's say like, oh, I was bored, so I did these extra stuff.
Yeah. So maybe B, you're known to be really easy to work with, or you're known to deliver very quickly, or you're known to be a very reliable person. Like if I hire this person, yeah, they're expensive, but they always deliver. Right? They always deliver. Or they always do these cute little drawings of the characters' faces and expressions on the side. Just, you know, you can test different things. You can try different stuff. And then as you become more well-known, you become more in demand. It's really about supply and demand as well.
Yep.
You have a limited supply of art that you can produce. And if the demand for you is high, you charge more. All of that type of stuff.
Yep. Thank you, Kat.
So if you want to start commissions, that's one way to do it. This isn't, I didn't come up with this. This isn't like my concept. This is just like how stuff works, really.
I feel like it would be an interesting video for this to be like as a commission video or something, commission tutorial, not tutorial, but like a little breakthrough, like where you can start. Like we obviously, I mean, I don't regularly take commissions. I've done some commissions, but it's not like I don't do it for a living. But I feel like something like this would greatly help someone who just is just starting out. I am really excited to do Kat's watercolor today.
YouTube app doesn't have the
do
option
you
to
guys
sub.
do?
Oh, interesting.
Like how long after drawing did you guys do before you guys did commissions? Oh,
Wait, what?
honestly,
How long
I
after
just
drawing?
I don't know. I just started doing commissions like this year or maybe maybe last year sometime around then.
I didn't start working professionally until I could get hired doing concept art that I could make a living off of. So I'm not saying that this is the right decision, but this is what I did. I was advised by my mentor to continue practicing, continue studying until I was at the point where I could kind of skip commissions and get straight to being employed by a big company and make a living off of it. That's what I decided to do. It's not always the right choice. Like there's a lot of amazing artists who do commissions. They support themselves as they continue to practice. A lot of artists, what they'll do is they'll do commissions and then they'll take that money and they'll reinvest it into classes and education. And then they'll just continually get better and better at commissions, raise their prices, keep feeding that money that you get paid back into your education and classes and mentorships. And then eventually you're earning enough that you can make a living off of your art. And when you're making a living off of your art, you just get paid to practice every day.
Yeah.
So that's another way that you can do it. For me, I was fortunate enough that I went to school for it. I went to school for art. Sorry, it doesn't like looking at a. No.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
It doesn't like
wants
looking
to,
at nothing.
It wants
There-
to focus on stuff.
There's something for the camera to look at.
Okay.
I feel like I always need more practice before commissions. It's totally up to you. You can try it. Look, the reason it's so important to clearly state what you're giving is if you feel like you're not good enough and you start commissions and everything that you're going to do for the commission is clearly laid out on the table.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
They read it before they commission you. They know what they're getting, right? It's their expectations are aligned with the reality. So if they feel like you're not good enough, they just won't commission you. If they feel like you're good enough, they'll commission you. And even if you don't think you're good enough, well, they already know what they're getting. So obviously, you're not the one who decides that. The client is. If they think you're good enough, then you're good enough. Do the artwork and do it that way. Because trust me, self-doubt in art is very common. A lot of people are afraid to start. And I remember when I was on my very, very first client jobs, I was feeling really insecure about my art, and I was just like, I don't think I'm good enough to do that. And my mentor was like, well, did they hire you? And yeah. It's like, well, then they saw your art and they think you're good enough. It doesn't really matter what you think. If they saw your portfolio and they hired you based on it, then you're good enough in their opinion.
So I'm gonna say something real quick. Kat, I think what I'll do, I really want to draw Molly, but I will draw Alexa, but maybe him as like a little plushie or something. So I think that's what I'll do.
100% relate to self-doubt and thinking you're not good enough. Oh, it's very
Oh,
common.
yeah.
That happens to me all
Do
the
that.
time, even to this
Awesome.
day.
It happens to me too.
Yeah, even to this day, I feel self-conscious about my art a lot of the time. I'll make excuses like, well, I'm more of a designer, so I haven't focused on polishing my work a lot or whatever. And
Like you'll kind of make excuses.
yeah, I'll kind of like beat myself down about it.
Yeah, I definitely notice you do that. I just want to let you know that I respect you as an artist a lot.
Thank you.
I always look up to you. Good job.
Thank you. But
I think everyone gets
you're not alone.
self-conscious. Yeah.
Find a good group of people. Maybe find 2 or 3 people who also want to start commissions and start together.
Yeah.
Give each other motivation. Give each other advice. Hey, oh my gosh, somebody hired me. I'm really struggling to get this done. What do you think? Like, find a friend group. When I graduated from design school, for years it was just my classmates, like sending each other art jobs. Like, hey, I have too much client work. Can you come on this project? Or if I got hired to do something that I wasn't very good at, maybe I would send it to a friend. I'd forward the job to a friend who's better at that than I am, and then they forward stuff back. Get a group of friends going. Who wants to start doing commissions? Like, link up with other people, start brainstorming, figuring out, that kind of stuff. Molly!
Oh, where's my kneaded eraser?
I
I don't. It's usually in here, but it's not here for some
Pretty
reason.
sure it's in that box.
Maybe it is in that box.
Yes, it is. Thank
Yeah, I don't really have much friends in the art community. Yeah, just
That's why we have the art
start reaching
community.
out. That's why we made this community.
Make friends. A lot of the people in our community are very nice and they're very friendly. And the more you talk to them, it's like a video game. No, not literally, but it's like you make a friend and then you nurture that relationship and you kind of get that friendship meter going up.
Yeah.
And the more you interact on stream, the more people also know you. So that's like, for instance, Abigail, for example.
Aww, Abigail.
Abigail's always like super sweet, and she does like so much art for us.
She's
And
so wonderful.
she's a very good addition to the community. So a lot of people know her because of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, I mean, as much as I would love this to happen, nobody's just gonna come and be your friend like those those characters be like, hey, wanna be friends, and like an anime protagonist. I mean, unless you do actually meet someone like that, then that's fantastic. Keep them. Sometimes you just gotta hustle for friends too.
Yeah. Like, you're generally never going to get to where you want to be without getting a little uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? It's scary to take a commission. It's scary to reach out and talk to people. It's scary to make friends. But on the other side of doing that, there's so much reward.
Yeah.
I find Twitch streamers who play MMORPGs love to get art of their characters and will show the art. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's a way to get your art out there.
And there's going to be a learning curve. Definitely a learning process.
I haven't done a watercolor in so long. I'm actually really happy to do this.
Yeah. Thank you again, ZKG and Windrider. Really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you enjoyed the stream.
Yeah. And if Master Magic is here, we can probably set a day as well, just to kind of get it scheduled. But we'll see how it all goes.
What is the order? We need to contact
Cat
Horologium.
and Master Magic.
Horologium, are you here?
Horologium,
You
are you
watch
here?
our lives. Are you lurking? Or do we need to reach out?
I think Horologium is lurking. I saw him earlier.
All right, we got to write down Horologium.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Maddie, I'll tell you right now, even though we're not running the watercolor promotion right now, for the Anime Art School, we're just doing the Anime Art School live one. When you get Anime Art School, because you were the one who spawned in the idea of doing the watercolor promotion, we'll do
We'll
a
do it for
watercolor
you.
for you. Even if we're not running the promotion, we'll still do that with the books.
Mm-hmm.
How long have we been live for? 1 hour and 35 minutes.
Yep.
Still draw because I enjoy it.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, obviously the most important thing is you want to be enjoying what you're doing. Like, if you're doing art, and you don't enjoy it, probably not a very good thing.
Kat sent me so many cute
Oh my
outfit options.
Gosh, what is?
Outfit references. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
it's gonna be impossible to choose. That one's so cute.
All of them are so cute. This one's so cute.
Gosh, bro.
Oh my gosh. What am I supposed to do? Oh,
What
this
are
is
we
so
supposed
cute.
to do? Wait.
That one's really nice too.
Oh no, this is impossible.
What do I do?
You know, I honestly think that one might be the winner.
I think that one I can
Let's see what
maybe I can combine some vibes.
What about this one?
That
I
one's
don't
super,
know
that
why we
one's
would even need to
simple.
combine. There's so many to choose from.
That
That's
one's
great.
I actually really like this.
What do you
See,
do
I
that
like
one?
the collar of that one.
How about
But
you
I
do
like
that
the frills of these ones down here.
one?
So
Oh, that's pretty good.
we'll see
What
what,
do you
I can
think?
do. I kind of want to put her in pigtails.
Which one? Combine? Do you like the frill ones? I have no idea. Maybe.
Oh, I think it'd be cute if it was like a sailor theme. So like maybe plushy Alexi could have like a little sailor hat on it. I don't know. That one's heckin' cute too. I'm kind of
Yeah.
vibing the darker ones.
Which outfit?
As long as her mom's bow is in her hair, it's whatever. Okay. Huh, her mom's bow. Okay.
As long as her mom's bow is in her hair.
Okay. That is her bow. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
A lot of outfits to choose from.
Yep. Then maybe I'll just keep the original bow then. Keep it canon, because that is part of her lore.
It's the pink bow. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pink bow.
Whose OC are we drawing? This is Cat's OC.
Molly.
And there's Alexi.
Alexi's great.
Yeah. So his hair is going to be a lot more simple.
That's great. Yeah, Molly's definitely one of the top
Top
OCs.
must protect girl.
Must protect, yeah. Yeah, those are, I guess, those are the references that she provided as far as outfits. But I don't have to reply to your comment if I don't want to. Like, if she provides references of outfits that are AI, like this is a commissioned piece, so like we're gonna draw it.
Yeah. I don't care. We have a student that
She didn't claim to
She
draw
didn't claim
them.
to draw
Nobody's
them, no.
claiming it's their art.
have some nuance. Chill.
Are we still doing the watercolor promotion for the live classes? Yes.
There's people who use AI for fun, and that's basically the extent of it.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, there's a rule in our community that you're not allowed to use AI artwork and claim it is your own drawing. People have been banned in the past for it.
Mm-hmm.
But if people want to provide additional references of a character and outfits and stuff, and they want to use,
whatever references they want. Like, it's not against our rules, but I don't want people to pretend that they're drawing stuff that they didn't draw.
Yeah.
But obviously, Kat is a very, very good artist.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all good.
It's all good. Maybe I was a little bit too rough on my side too. Let me think about how to do this. Hold up.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna tell people what they do with their lives. As far as I'm concerned, generating, I don't even want to call it art, but like generating imagery using AI is not outlawed. It's not illegal. And if people want to do it in their own spare time, I'm not gonna throw a fit over people who want to do that. But we are an educational community, and people coming into the server who are posting AI art pretending it's their drawings, like they get banned for it.
Like, you know, we want to teach people how to draw here.
I don't think
But,
I have a mouth.
No, I mean, it's, you know, people use it to idea generate. People use ChatGPT to help come up with different ideas and all kinds of stuff.
Story.
I use Character AI to mess with and create character ideas and stuff.
It's okay. Character AI is fine. It's a little bit, it comes up with a little bit generic stuff.
I think it kind of, if it doesn't know what to do, it just repeats what you say. That's what I've noticed. Supposed to study using the book. I even use my clear sticky notes for help. Oh, that's so nice.
But like at the end of the day, we teach art. Like people who want to learn how to draw and improve, we teach them and help them. We don't do witch hunts. We're not interested in being a violent, aggressive community. We just want to help people get better who want to draw.
It's a very, it's a time that's very full of turmoil and strong opinions, and we want to be that little island of calm and happiness and making art and enjoying
Creating characters and worlds.
But yeah, it's all good. I appreciate it.
I mean,
I do appreciate
I think that I do appreciate that, and I think that there's a lot of people who join that get mad and storm off, but you know, appreciate
that makes you different.
Yes, proud of you.
Proud of you.
You are not like most users. You seem interesting, so hopefully you stick around. I for one feel very calm and happy here. Angelina was not forced to say that. No, it's all good, and you're totally entitled to have opinions on stuff. I don't want to change your opinions on things.
That's the thing, Windrider. Why would you submit AI art as your own when you're trying to learn how to draw? It's for, what's the word? Clout? It's for
Clout?
It's for praise.
People do it for praise,
It's for
but
ego.
it's sabotage. It's poison. Like it's not really.
It's
There's-
fake.
There's such a massive difference between using it to help idea generate and trying to deceive other people. It's actually the rule in our community is deceptive use of AI, and not many people do that. There was only like one or two people. There was one person in our community who was using AI to go over top of other people's artworks in the help channel and pretend that they were like helping and improving it. I thought that was really weird.
I thought that was very weird too. That is definitely, that's
And then they
obviously
got
not
banned
good.
and they came by stream and they were like, why did I get banned? I'm not in the server anymore. And I'm just like, well, you were using AI to draw over other people's artwork pretending you did it. And then they just left and blocked us.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm glad people like that leave because we don't have to deal with them anymore.
Yep. All right.
Oh yeah, it was so obvious. Like I've been a professional artist for like 10 years. Like it's very, very obvious. It's getting harder to recognize, but like there are certain things that people just can't do. Like a super finished professional illustration in 20 minutes. Like that's not happening.
No, even I can't do that.
Nobody can do that. It's
Nobody
not
can do
humanly
that.
possible. You can't a computer cannot place down that many brushstrokes in that amount of time. And among other things.
Yeah.
Like the process of art is pretty consistent. Like handmade art is very consistent generally. Now I'm rambling. I'm sorry, chat.
Oh, it's good. I think it's good.
Oh,
I like
Molly's
rambling.
So cute.
Oh, I like these. I like this too. Oh, look at this.
It is
I love the
Baba
polka
song.
dot.
And I didn't even realize it. I was so busy rambling. And they didn't fight it, so it was true. Yeah, they didn't fight it at all. They just blocked us.
The only crime is that I can't finish her entire outfit.
Oh my gosh,
It's a crime. Okay.
I love that.
I do like these. This polka dot look. Okay, I need to figure out where the arm goes because I feel like it should go like
Still
this.
no MySoul. They wanted me to show them my first OC and IDK their Discord name. I'm not sure. MySoul shows up a lot though. You'll definitely run into MySoul soon.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I've seen Lau's commission for Tori. I want to add a ruffle here.
One thing that I find very fascinating is like AI, like role plays and stuff.
Oh yeah. Maybe
I
I'll
think
add a ruffle.
I think that's going to get so incredibly like believable and like good in terms of like believability, and man, it's gonna be crazy in the future. Like we're so like not far into it yet. You know, like think about the first video games, right? Think about the first video games. It took decades for video games to catch up to where they looked realistic. Like you'd start with like Pong, right? Like the dot, boop, 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 boop. That was like one of the first video games, wasn't it? And it took decades, literally decades, for it to get beyond like very basic stuff. Now we've got stuff that's like indistinguishable from real life almost. But within like, I mean, the AI only really became possible. I heard that technology existed for a really long time. They just couldn't do it because computers weren't powerful enough. I don't know how
Wow.
accurate that is. I heard it from Kevin, and he's usually right.
He's
but
usually right, but
regardless, it's a good thing to recommend. Probably not a great thing to be so aggressive about it. I mean,
I think it's a mindset thing.
yeah, if people choose to be aggressive about it, that's their decision. I don't want my life to just be constant aggression, so I kind of choose to not. But I think there are certain things out there that people, you know, should put their foot down about. I feel like I'm called to be a teacher, and I'm not called to be a warrior. So people who are called to be warriors, like, totally fine. But I want them to be warriors for a good cause, not because they're just mad. Like, I don't want them to ruin their lives doing it. I don't know. I don't really think about it that much. There are definitely people who are warriors, though. And, I mean, obviously, you could see that, like, people who are falsely accused of using AI, like, their lives will literally get ruined.
And
Like,
and that's and
like all of these people, like these self-appointed warriors against AI, will go ruin someone's life who hasn't even used it. So it's like it's a very dangerous
it's very dangerous
It's a
because
very
it feels like a lot of the time the anger will feel very justified.
mob justice.
Justice.
Sometimes misses the mark,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's very scary.
It is
as
very
well.
scary. Not saying you were like that or anything. You were not like that. You were very respectful. But
So I'd be
Yeah.
careful. Whenever emotions are very high, like logic usually goes out the window.
that's how we're programmed, I guess.
Yeah, it's just how.
Well, that's why like all these
people-
like rage bait
I just
people.
be making bread. I love
Yeah,
that.
I like that. I'd just be making bread. Honestly, I never went into a bakery with fresh baked bread before. Like I never smelled the smell of fresh baked bread.
Yeah. I don't really
I
get
really wanna
involved with it. Like, I have opinions on stuff, but...
You're not like
I,
eager to let everyone know your opinion.
and not only that, like, who am I to... Like, me, a 29-year-old artist, has single-handedly figured out how to solve all of the world's problems. I feel like it's so arrogant and dangerous to think that I am single-handedly no better than everything. Like, I would not want to be in a position of, like, ruling or
Leadership.
Like, I would absolutely do my best, but, like, it's scary. Like, there's so many variables. There's so many different... Like, the world is so complex. There's so many variables and complexity, and, like, AI is going to be used for insanely effective medical applications. But it's also going to be, like, I feel like it's... I mean, I hate the argument, but, like, it really is, like, a tool. Like, it is going to be used in ways that really, really, really benefit
Advance.
mankind. and it's also going to be used in really, really bad ways. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised
It's
if
a
like
neutral
Terminator
thing.
type stuff happens.
It's a neutral thing that if it's in the wrong hands, it would.
It's like an atomic bomb. It's so, I think it's more dangerous than an atomic bomb. I wish it didn't exist, but it does. Like, if I could snap my fingers and it didn't exist, like, I don't know, but that's another thing. Like, if I could snap my fingers and it didn't exist, like, what if then all of the things that people use it for good
won't have that chance to use it.
won't use it either? So, like, honestly, I just feel like not trying to force it anything. I don't know. It's really weird. It's really weird. Does she do all the drawing, or do you also pick up the pen? Yes, I do draw as well.
Yeah.
I yap and stuff a lot, but I mostly do tech support, manage chat, and then I'll do drawing streams and stuff. I'm more of a background environment artist. The crew leaves work smelling like dough. Hopefully it's the green kind of dough.
The green kind of dough. My lines are doing very good today for this illustration.
That's fun, man. I'm so interested in baking and stuff. If we ever visit Australia, could we come look at the
Bakery.
Look at where you work at? Is it your bakery, or do you work there? I would love that.
I would love that too. Maybe I'll give her some earrings, some
That'd be
teardrop
really fun.
pearl earrings. Contrast.
I used to work at a Japanese cheesecake bakery. That's fun.
Yummy.
That's awesome.
We should go to a bakery sometime, Colton.
My soul's Discord name is My Silly.
My silly. Okay.
Tips on practicing line confidence. That was actually covered a little bit ago on stream. Christina's doing a watercolor lesson right now, but we actually are streaming on YouTube as well, and we gave like 3 or 4 different exercises that you can use to improve line quality. If you want to back up the stream a little ways, if you want to go over to YouTube. I don't want to stop this in the middle of being drawn.
Yeah, I'm in the zone.
Crew leaves work smelling like dough. It's so good. I worked at a bakery. That's why I don't get myself involved. Nero, thank you for the follow. Shadow Time, thank you for the follow.
I'm making her hair extra long. They'll just say they're extensions. But I just love her hair so much that I had to make it long.
If Miki had a magic wand, how would she use it? What would the magic wand do? Is it like a wand that she can cast various spells with, or is it infused with a specific kind of magic?
Or like, can it do anything?
Yeah, can it like do anything exactly? Like a Cosmo and Wanda type. Running a bakery seems too hard.
Well, you probably have to have a lot of strength.
Let's see them. See what? That's fun. I just draw, bro. That's what I always say.
I just draw, bro.
Bro, I just draw, bro.
What are the tippy tappies doing?
Let me go look.
Had some stitching.
There we go. Your typing sounds aggressive. I like
You
these
like the clicky
keyboards. I like
clackies.
just look. When Christina was teaching me piano, she said, "Don't just be passive about tapping. You want to really bam,
Bam.
hit that key down.
Hit that key down.
And then I
Be
type
clear.
like that now.
You do? Is that really true? I feel like you've always tapped that way,
What?
though.
It's ASMR chat. You don't like my typing? Sorry, Toby's messaging me about a mentorship.
Okay, got you. I don't think I'll add a mouth. Makes it
So
cuter
maybe
that way.
starting next Tuesday,
Sounds good to me.
Pacific, so 3 p.m. Central. One works. How about one? Yeah, one works. I could do one. I mean, as if I'm talking about him now. One.
Yeah.
Is your mentorship open? Yes. But I'm expensive.
He is expensive. That's why we do our live classes instead.
I don't even really talk about my mentorship that much, but I've done mentorships for years. It's $1,100 for 8 weeks, and we meet up once a week, one-on-one, for a couple of hours, usually around 2 hours. But I tend, you know me, Chad, I tend to get into rambling mode, and sometimes the mentorship will last longer, but
I think that's
always
the
do a minimum.
charm.
I
think that's
never
why
talk
people
about
come.
it on stream because it's a mentorship that's generally geared towards people who are trying to get employed professionally in like concept art and illustration, or trying to get accepted into design school and build a portfolio. But yeah, I mentored students one-on-one for, man, since what, like 2020? I mentored dozens and dozens of students. I have a whole website for it. If you want it, you can ping me in the Discord. Boom, 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 boom. I love the little drawing. Is what's it, a plushie? Yeah, it's a plushie of her dad, Alexi. The face is perfect.
Thank you.
Want to do a mentorship for both of you? That'd be awesome. Yeah, actually, Christine and I have done
Joint
two-person
mentorship.
joint mentorships before, where I do like the first 4 weeks and she does the second 4 weeks. Professionally experienced ASMR creator. I like that. Is that my new title? When the silence is loud, it's being broken by clicky clacks. That's how we mentored Chino.
What? Oh yeah, that is. I think the first 5 weeks were the first few weeks were me, and then the last.
And then
few
it
weeks,
moved to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
And Loveless.
Oh yep.
We split Loveless's mentorship up. Yeah, we're totally flexible. It's pretty flexible because it's a personalized mentorship, right? Like there isn't any specific schedule. We actually meet up and discuss the schedule with the student so we can focus on very specific things. It's a personalized mentorship. So like if you want to get better at one thing, we'll focus on that. If you want to get better at general foundation, we focus on that. If you want to get accepted into a certain college, we focus on that. Not sure how good a mentorship would be for someone who wants to do comics. What kind of comics do you want to do? I mean, comics are really just it's all based on foundation. Pretty much
Yeah.
every type of art needs foundation. Your general foundations. How much would mentorship from both of you cost? What do you mean? Like split? 50, like half me, half Christina? You want to become a concept artist? Awesome. That is my specialty.
That is Colton's specialty.
Split, it'd be the same price. It would just be half me and half her. So it'd be 1,100.
This is turning out so nice.
It's funny, I didn't know so many people were interested in the mentorship. I never talk about it.
I think we should probably talk about it more then.
Well, yes. Maybe we would just put a new thing on our site. Maybe we just have a new page. Like if
Training.
you're interested in a mentorship.
Yeah.
Mentorships are fun. They're one of my favorite things.
I feel like mentorships is also
Man,
very.
I love mentorships.
I feel like it's a lot more comfortable because it's more personal.
Yeah, they're really fun. I'll talk with my BF about it when I'm back from Flagstaff. Dahlia, you're already signed up
You
for
already
2
signed
live
up
classes.
for 2 live classes.
Are you gonna have the time? Oh, but we could integrate it into like extra help, extra feedback, all that kind of stuff. Like I would be fine with it. I'm just like
You're cooking
maybe
there, I
it's
think.
okay. Talk about it more. More info helps figure out if I want to do it. Well, I mean, I specialize in teaching foundation. I'm a foundation teacher, so your perspective and dimensional drawing, figure drawing, color, composition, what else? Painting, rendering, lighting, color theory. It's
Process.
in all art. Like it's not style specific. Like there isn't an art style out there that reverses the rules of perspective. Like things don't get bigger as they go further away. They get smaller as they go further away. Unless like you do a very specific scene in Doctor Strange or something. But that's would still be based on the foundations of perspective. You just flip it.
All right.
So when I'm ready, I can just contact you guys about the mentorship. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Kennedy.
Whoa.
Jumped on 45 minutes behind live. It's only been 45. No, it's been 2 hours. I was like, it's only been 45 minutes. What? We'd have to save up, but I'm quite interested. What, Christina? Ooh. Be right back, chat. I need to go. Bro! I wish I could go on a walk right now. Remember when we used to stream early enough to go on walks?
Yeah. Like we will start at 2.
Speaking of which, chat, we might start streaming earlier in the summer. Maybe. I'm gonna ask my BF to pitch into. Nice.
Pitch in like be a part of the mentorship.
Pitch in probably to pay for it. I don't know.
Oh.
Rewind and caught up. Okay, nice. So what do you do when you catch up? Do you like skip bits, or do you just like listen to it at like 2x speed or something?
2x speed.
You should definitely stream earlier. It always gets late for me, and I always have to leave. I think Snaz would probably not want us to stream earlier. He'd probably have to wake up at like 3 in the morning. But in GB time.
Can you find my watercolor set? It's not in there, I don't think.
Should be. Maybe it's... Ion, no. What does it look like? Is this it?
The black rectangular container that's like.
Is that it?
Yes.
Yippee! Oh, that's cute.
Huh?
Before was perfect. I would finish dinner and watch stream, then sleep.
Oh.
Why are you not going in?
3 a.m. for me in London. Wow. And
There we
Jamie
go.
definitely doesn't watch stream at work. Hey, if you have the time, and if you can do it while kneading dough.
Yep, if you're like... I don't know what bakers do.
I don't know what
knead
bakers
dough.
do.
They bake stuff. They put things in oven.
Smell like
and
yeast?
take out oven.
Take out oven.
11 p.m. here.
Gotta clean.
Yeah, generally Christina and I stream when it's most convenient for us.
Yeah.
Because, obviously...
We work from home and stuff.
I wouldn't stream... I wouldn't change my entire stream time for 1 or 2 people in chat. Because then what happens if people, like, miss this... Like, what will, like, change our stream time? And then if people, like... Oops. People, like, miss streams. There we go.
I'll start with her skin tone first. That's perfect.
Whose character is this? This is Kat's character, Snaz.
Cat's character.
I should show some of my past students' work sometime.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
I don't want to brag or anything, but my students have a fantastic track record of getting into Art Center when they
Oh,
take my
you
mentorship.
are no like because you literally made a portfolio for Art Center. You know what to do.
I have like 3 students that are in Art Center.
Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I like
who are
it.
currently enrolled in Art Center.
Yeah.
I have although I have had students who wanted to get into Art Center and they just did like nothing the whole mentorship. They didn't do nearly enough work.
Yeah. Well, that's not you. That's a student. You did everything that you did. You could. Okay, that looks good. Someone is just waiting for the song Berries. It's fun.
I like this song. Kat says her skin is kind of dark, but not so dark, kind of mixed, just in case you can't see it well in the ref.
No, I got it. I got you. I'm gonna be layering the colors a little bit more. I got you, Kat. Kat's been a really nice member of the community.
Yeah, Kat, you've been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So do you help like students get into schools or companies for in the mentorships? So generally I do art mentorships if it's a school. Generally we go through the portfolio requirements. I'm very familiar with Art Center portfolio requirements because I've gotten into it. Christina's gotten into it, and I've helped a lot of students get into it. But we go over the portfolio requirements, and then I help them build a portfolio. And with work, I just help people level up their portfolios and stuff. So I don't necessarily like contact companies or anything. It's all portfolio based. If you want to get hired as a concept artist, it's all portfolio based. So like I help you build a portfolio, and we can even come up with like an angle to try and get hired at a company. I'm pretty familiar with the process of getting hired at different studios and stuff. And I have a lot of friends at different studios I message, but not always. I don't always know somebody at a studio that like for example, I had a girl that took my mentorship. She really wanted to work for Monster Hunter. And so we kind of came up with a game plan. I introduced her to a friend of mine who did creature design, and she took some mentorships with him, and now she's in... There is actually a concept art school in Canada lately, now that I think of it. It's called Syn Studio, S-Y-N. You could look into that. It's a good school, honestly. They have some really good teachers working there. Where is it, Montreal?
I don't know. I think I never researched it.
Look, if you want to be a concept artist, look into Syn Studio. But they do have a pretty rigorous portfolio.
Yeah. I heard.
Which is fine.
Well, I mean, like, I remember the student got rejected a few times and was a little bit discouraged, but you're like, you know what? Hey, it's difficult.
Yep, that's a concept art school in Canada. If you are interested in going there, I could message her and ask how she likes it and stuff. I haven't talked to her in a while. Yeah, Syn Studio. It's like a... I think you get like a degree and stuff for it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. I wonder if there's... Are they still around? Didn't they like shut down for a year to like reorganize their program? Is that what it was? You'd have to look into it. But that was like last year, so they might actually be open now. I'd have to message Sarah. Not Mod Sarah, no, a different Sarah. Loved the content on the reference plane / angles we've shown today. I love how Christina draws fast, really satisfying.
Thank you.
Yeah, speed should come after foundation.
Yeah.
Speed generally comes from drawing a lot, but speed also comes from like economizing your brush strokes and lines. Speed is process. A lot of it is process. Like you use an effective process that has low wasted movements. You need experience. Like Fang, one of the teachers that I had, Fang Zhu, he's extremely fast. He's a concept artist. He's an industry veteran. He started the school that I went to. He's just astoundingly fast. Like entire environment concepts done, painted in like, I don't even know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour.
Wow.
He'll do like 6 different environment thumbnails in like 3 hours, and he'll be able to flesh them all out. In concept art, speed is something that comes with time, but you can just you can practice it and get better. Heck, you could even talk about that in a mentorship. Like you take a mentorship with a professional after you're a pro. Like I wouldn't recommend people really focus on speed if they're not working professionally yet. They should just focus on foundation. But if you're a professional and you want to get faster, I'd probably take a mentorship with a higher level professional or take some classes. Uh-oh.
went a little bit out.
Urgh. Don't go out. Please don't go out. Safe. And now this is blush. Ah! Hold on, I'm panicking a little bit. Putting too much liquid. It'll be fine. I just gotta dab it. I'd rather dab most pigment than have like weird blotchiness. There we go. That's much better. Saved. Open mouths are a little bit more difficult because the spread of color is not as uniform.
Speed is not all that important depending on what you do. Like, people will spend 50, 100 hours on a Magic the Gathering card, like professionals will.
Yeah.
I was taking a class by Clint Kierley, is that how you say his last name? And he was talking about how a single Magic the Gathering card will take like 50 to 100 hours. Like, you want it done right. People, people dedicate their entire lives to working on a single project. Like, old masterpieces and stuff, like marble statues and stuff, they would spend years and years on.
Wow.
I think speed is overrated.
Speed is.
Like, it's cool, and it's, you know, if you
like
want to be fast,
trick.
that's great. But, like, quality and passion and purpose with an artwork, I feel like is much more important than being fast.
I agree.
There's a lot of really famous artists that spent astronomically long amounts of times on their artworks,
And it's like the artwork lasts forever and people admire it forever. Like, you draw it once, nobody really cares how fast you made it, and then it can be enjoyed forever. But if you want to make a bunch of money as a concept artist or illustrator, especially a freelancer, get fast.
Yeah, it just depends on the job.
Do whatever works best for you, whatever you enjoy. Taking your time can be really nice. I tend to not spend nearly enough time on art.
I tend to rush too much because I'll be like, just wasting my time.
Yeah.
You know, I'll sometimes see personal art as a waste of time, and so I just want to get it done fast. And I know that's not really the most healthy way to view it.
Yeah.
So I won't really slow down, or I'll be like, I can't work on it anymore.
I get really impatient.
Yeah. Although, to be honest, sometimes I do just want to spend a day doing personal art and just kind of, because I miss those days, you know. I used to do a bunch of artwork, like growing up and stuff. Like, I would just spend the whole day doing a personal art piece, and it was really fun.
Yeah. Man, in FZD, we would spend 30 hours working on a single artwork.
I have artworks. I've shown them on the stream before. They
Yep.
take 20, 30 hours.
Yeah.
We do a complete in-depth line work with research and all kinds of stuff. Speed is the main thing that changed when I started working professionally. Where is it? Like this piece. This piece here. This piece right here took probably over 30 hours total. Just from the concept phase to reference to the line work to everything. But later on when I got better, I would say this piece right here. How long was I working on this? Maybe less than 10 hours.
Less than
Probably
10
like,
hours. Like, you kind of were working on it part-time, too.
Probably like 5 or 6 hours. Then like this piece right here, which is just as good, took 1/5 the time, probably 5 hours, maybe around 5 or 6 hours from initial concept to finish. So like you get fast. Like, there's less wasted brushstrokes. The decisions that you make are better. I drew this in one sitting, or this one was done in like one sitting. And this one's just painted. Did I make this in one sitting, or did I make it in like two sittings?
2 sittings.
I think it was 2 sittings.
All right, time to work on the hair, because if I noodle too much on the skin, I'm going to start
This one was
Panicking.
this one right here took, I don't know, like an hour and a half. I did it in one sitting. It depends on how difficult the design is. Like, the reason that one was so fast is because I didn't focus on scale at all. I didn't focus on scale. Like, it's kind of like a mobile game style, so I didn't have to be super accurate with scale or any of those things. I didn't have to figure out a bunch of
Crazy
of
stuff.
decisions. I didn't really have to design anything. The design of the shack is really simple. Like, even the scale is, the scale's not right. But that's part of what makes it have that feeling, that style. That would take me 30 hours. Speed comes with time. When I was a student, everybody was expected to spend 20, 30 plus hours on each artwork. Oh, I still like the boat. Maybe I should continue that monster fishing project. This one?
Oh yeah, I love
I
that
think
one.
I should finish or like continue this
Oh, that's like a
project and
different
do more.
vibe.
Yeah,
What-
I
just-
added a pink to it later.
Yeah, I was like, that's different.
Like this one took a couple hours too.
Yeah,
This one
I remember that one.
took a couple hours. I do actually like. Do you like the vibe of that one better?
I honestly kind of do. It's a lot grittier.
Yeah, I like the vibe of this one better. Maybe I'll switch it back. Sketch. Ooh, old art is on my sketch page.
Really?
Yeah, here's that one. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this. Oh my gosh, it's old student work of mine. I forgot it was on
Oh
my.
my gosh, I remember
This,
those.
the chicken with the little tinfoil hat on.
Oh, I kind of remember that. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
You're gonna have to show those sometime.
I forgot about these. Oh, that's cute.
Oh crap! I forgot. She has ears.
Oh, that's so bad. Those are thumbnails from Nick Gindro's class.
Oh wow, I remember that.
I love this one. That one was really good. All right. How are you liking this so far, Kat?
Would your anatomy class only be talking about how to draw bodies, not hair and eyes? Probably not a lot.
Not a lot of hair and
There's
eyes.
most likely going to be a week dedicated to heads.
Yep. But not like in depth.
She's been petrified. Hello, Sophia. I've also gone back and begun watching your old live streams. I have them on when working from home and when drawing. That's fun.
Oh, that's
so sweet.
nice.
Dang, I found an old sketch page, or the old sketch page. Ooh, remember that one?
Of course, I do. You did a demo of that for me.
Yeah. This was a demo for you?
Yeah, it was. I was
Chat?
inspired by it.
An old door I designed. Would that be such a fun entrance to a building? I always liked this design. And I had like a day and a night version too.
Pretty Colton, not petrified.
Night version, day version. That was fun.
We're not drawing OCs today. This is the watercolor because Kat got our anime art school. We did some OC drawing on Saturday because that was our 12-hour live stream though.
Sorry, I'm going down memory lane again. Oh, I remember that one. Viscom 2.
Sorry, I can't
October
really.
19th, 2015.
Wow. Oh, I remember that piece.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't really stop with this because I don't want the hair to get blotchy.
you feel like you should do the eyes first so people have something pretty to look at?
Yeah, I feel like I should, but now I'm locked into the hair. I will do that after I fill in the colors though.
Forgot about a lot of those artworks.
They're like, don't forget me.
Who, huh?
The artworks. We've been forgotten.
Yeah.
I even have like old portfolio work down here.
Okay. Almost done with filling this in.
Oh, this is Berries. Everybody loves this song, or I guess
Some people do.
they're axolotl, right?
I eat children.
Yeah.
Yeah, tired
Okay.
axolotl.
What would you guys do if you reached 100,000 subscribers? Probably try to get our play button.
Yeah.
Try to get what's ours.
Try to get what's up.
I don't know. I mean, proceed. That's part of the plan. That's one of our current things that we're working towards. Although we haven't been working very hard towards it lately. We've been working on other stuff, but ooh, I remember this one. That one was fun.
I'm gonna spread this color over.
What color are Molly's eyes?
Green. I'll be
Green.
coloring them after. Okay. Now we're coloring her eyes because they desperately need to be colored.
What are you doing? You're going crazy.
There. I just want to see if there was any pigment. There. That's a good color.
Pretty cool green.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool green, but I think
Bye bye.
See, look,
Got
it's
to
a-
go
it's a
at the
cool-
store. Pick me up something to eat. What?
it's a cool green.
Aw, Molly. Molly makes me want to pet Poppy.
I know. Where Poppy at?
Oh, this was from Nick's class as well.
You know what? I think I'll just fill this whole thing, and I'll add highlights at the end.
I talked about this artwork when I was on Tyler Edlund's channel doing an interview.
Ooh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm friends with him. Does anybody know Tyler Edlund's channel on YouTube? He does like environment background art. So much watercolor stuff, I never use it. Yeah, for real? Imagine how much practice is lying in those containers of watercolor that's just waiting to come out. Oh.
All right. I'll move the color away, so I want a bit of darker.
This might be taboo, but are there any other less awesome Discord servers for drawing that you frequent? No, I don't. I'm actually not in any Discord servers other than a self-publishing Discord server when we published our book. Some Discord server that some old friends invited me to that I don't ever go in. My server, a friend's D&D server, Christina and my server, and my server.
Just my server.
I don't go on Discord at all other than our own server, really. And just to send Christina references. I'm sure there's a lot of good art servers out there, but I'm not searching for a community or anything. ASMR. Sorry,
ASMR.
chat. Business calls.
You have a D&D character? I had, Colton has we had two D&D characters. He had one called Bidet the Grey,
Yep.
which is an alien gray that is named Bidet, and he's a waterbender. And then he had another character named Nara, who's like a cleric.
Yeah.
And I had a character named Uwu.
This is Nara.
That was Nara.
This was my paladin, Nara.
Oh, it was a paladin? I thought it was a cleric.
Or a cleric, sorry. What am I talking about? There she is. That was an artwork I made of her a long time ago. I liked her. I thought her mace was kind of fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that
we did
mace.
we did a whole D&D campaign with her.
And then I had a character named Midnight. Uwu was a blonde cat girl. Actually, on one of our videos,
Yeah, our old
I drew on one of our old YouTube videos. I drew her, the cat girl with that's
Yeah.
blonde with a ponytail. And then I had another character named Midnight, and she was this dark elf assassin rogue that was obsessed with her goddess all the time. It was really fun acting as her, though. She was also really mean.
I did draw an artwork of Bidet as well, but I don't think I have it.
Oh,
He was an alien gray waterbender.
I
And
think
he had this
concept art.
finishing move where an ice spike would come out of the ground and go up someone's butt.
Just to be consistent with, the
The
name.
bidet. I thought it was an icicle.
Yeah, it was like an ice
Oh,
spike.
I
that
thought it was.
come out of
Oh, I
or
didn't
like
know.
a wave
I
of
thought it
water.
was like a water jet.
Oh, it's like a water jet. Never mind.
An ice
Sorry, not
spike?
an ice spike. His attack was like an ice spike.
Since you mentioned what's the difference between the two how to draw books, book number 1 is like the basics of anatomy, hair, heads at different angles, clothing drawing. There's a pretty extensive drawing of like the basic folds. There's a section on coloring and color theory and stuff like that. Book volume 2 focuses specifically on character design. So we talk a lot about shape language. We talk a lot about costume design. We talk about facial expressions in that one, a lot about making it facial expressions with different shaped heads. There's a whole section on character design using different shapes. Shape language is a big section of the book. There's also multi-character posing, where characters are posed together. There's a section on posing characters with the outfits helping to enhance the gesture. They both cover different stuff. They overlap a little bit, but not a lot. Each book has almost all of its content is unique.
Yep.
Like different. That's
Different.
not in the
It's
other
not
book.
reused.
But both books are standalone, so you can have one without the other. You have a finisher, yeah.
Finisher. I don't remember what my finisher was. I don't think I had one.
I never did post Bidet. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to be able to do like creature horror art.
Yes, because you
That's
got that Grey
something-
Hunter Miki
Yeah,
project.
that's something that I've always thought was so cool. Horror themed art.
That's kind of gritty and mysterious. Time to speed up on the hair now.
Wait, is this this song's called Do the Pony?
Do the pony?
Is this one that Maddie hates? I need to make a playlist of all the songs that Maddie hates and then just play that while she's here.
Play that every
Not
time.
Tell her. Who wants to make a list of songs that Maddie hates? And we'll make like a special playlist and not tell her about it.
Yeah.
And then whenever she joins, we'll just play that playlist and she'll be like, "What is this?"
Okay. That'd be hilarious. That'd be iconic.
That's like stuff maybe level trolling.
Yeah.
I should say Angelina.
She's not scared of it anymore.
My
Okay,
ears perked up.
My ears perked up.
You know, I actually, funny enough, I really haven't actually gone all out on a character illustration since I got a lot better at figure drawing.
Nope. I think you
I've been in training for so long. I've never gotten in a real duel.
I think you need to make one. I need to start making more illustrations again too. But I feel like a lot of the time I'll start one, I'll be like, it's falling off.
Yeah, I can't get myself to put in more than like 5 or 10 hours into an
illustration.
I'll just lose the mood after I'm like, I can't do this right now.
I hope one day you guys do a live of just drawing a illustration. We actually talked about
We actually
that.
talked about that, yeah.
We talked about doing like multiple consecutive streams where we just work on all the way from like thumbnail planning to like an illustration to like composition, setting up the perspective, doing all that kind of stuff. I feel like that would be pretty fun.
I think so too.
Kind of explain the process.
I feel like it'd also be less. I think it'd just be more interesting too. Like, you know, it's something that kind of changes the vibe. Okay, gotta make sure that I don't have so much water.
Commissions. Tori, that's your favorite word.
Commission.
Commissions.
Commission.
I imagine Tori's in sleep like,
Commission.
commissions, OCs, adoptables. Give me that adoptable. Oh, can I buy that?
Oh, that makes me laugh so hard.
How much?
How much?
How, can we do next month?
Can I
I'm
do
out of money
payment
this
plans?
month.
I do.
I'm out of money this month. Can you save it for me next month?
Oh, I'm laughing so hard.
597 OCs. I don't know how many she has. It's probably something like
The
that.
toy house.
A toy house. She'd be like, oh my gosh, I had a nightmare that my Toy House account got hacked. It was so bad. I thought I was gonna die.
Okay, hold up. I want to add a bit of blue to this because blue and green is.
My
always-
goal is 10,000 plus. You are.
What started the OC hoarding, Tori?
Yeah.
I need the oranges.
I'm a collector.
Yeah, a collector.
A collector of a connoisseur of fine OCs. I love it. I love that industry is there.
Yeah.
And that there's people who are so passionate about it.
I agree.
That's fantastic.
It's great.
I've never really...
I never knew that it was so deep.
I've never really been interested in adoptables. It's never been a thing that I've been interested in. It's interesting. Like, I don't have anything against it. It's like, I've never been interested in being an astronaut, but it's awesome.
My first adoptable purchase was out of spite.
Ooh, really?
So, at the end of the day, joke's on you. The joke's on you. Like, your first adoptable was out of spite, and now you're perpetually in debt and broke. Not in debt, but broke. I didn't lose anything. It was a draw to adopt. Never wanted to be never wanted to be an astronaut? Not really. Other than like fantasizing about space travel.
And role plays.
Although I was doing that space roleplay the other day, that was sick. That was fun. I think AI is going to get so good at role playing that it's going to like, I don't want to say replace, but it's going to become like a big industry of like storytelling. There's
Yeah.
probably going to be like Twitch streamers who do role plays.
Yeah.
And people just listen to it, and the streamer's so funny. That's a great idea. Maybe
What?
they already do. Chat, is that a thing already? That's such a good idea. Go live in roleplay, but like, and like it's almost like, you know how people watch D&D streamers?
Oh yeah, totally.
That's Critical Role. Is it like a role play? Like, do they use like AI stuff, or what tools are you using? The finest. I'm kidding. It's art pop
Art pop watercolors.
watercolors.
They look like this.
24.
The 24 set.
They do D&D role plays. I mean, like
Chat.
like XQC doing a whole week where he just creates, like, does a role play with AI, and chat helps decide what to do, and it's hilarious. Or like Queso,
Role playing.
like role playing or something. That's totally going to become a thing if it's not already. Art Pup watercolor, pup. Arches, the paper.
Mm-hmm. Arches hot pressed watercolor.
Arches
paper.
hot off the press. Watercolor paper. It's not hot off the press. It's just hot press.
It's hot press.
But it sounds funner.
Yep.
Hot out of the oven, fresh, delivered to your door by a very handsome Australian. Is watercolor easy to get into? Watercolor is difficult.
It is
It's
difficult.
easy to get into, low barrier to entry. It's cheap. It's a good idea to start it if you want to try new stuff because it's inexpensive. It's very easy to get into, but it's a very difficult medium because you can't move backwards.
No.
You have to build up from the white of the paper. People do mixed media where they use gouache, which is like an opaque watercolor, with watercolor, so they can kind of go light and dark both directions. So if you want to get into like a lot of plein air artists who do go sketch and draw live on location, they'll use a mixture of watercolor and gouache. Some of them will take a set of watercolors and just like a white gouache for like highlights. Did you draw on the back of this?
Yeah.
You get free extra artwork.
Wait, hold up. Give me.
Hear that, chat?
It's not really forgiving if you make mistakes. There is a forgiving bit.
So you can obviously, if it's not dry, you can pull it off the paper with like a napkin or a paper towel.
Yeah.
It's just you can only work one direction. You have to use the white of your paper as the light, and you move to dark.
Yeah.
However, that's why Christina uses acrylic. What do they call acrylic markers?
Yep. Acrylic.
Watercolor. Yeah, acrylic markers, watercolor, and like a felt tipped marker, and it tends to work pretty good for stream.
I'm just trying to test the color because I have to do something.
The clickety click
That's good.
click sound is so satisfying. I had to grab a pen to shake it too. Oh yeah. It's always nice to see small adoptable artists become big adoptable artists and make bank. Yes.
Nice.
It's always nice when hard work is rewarded.
Now what are you working on?
I have to take that dot out, but I have to blend the color and do it smart.
Chat, would you want me to just have a stream where I just like practice perspective on stream? You're just gonna turn that into a highlight.
I just wanted to blend into the paper and
That works pretty good.
because I that dot was annoying me.
100%. Welcome back, Lindsay. Yeah, I've been thinking about just doing some perspective streams where I'm just practicing. I really, really want to get good at drawing in fisheye and panoramic lenses. Cole, do you know how to draw anime? Yeah, I'm okay.
I would say it's pretty good.
I'm decent, but I'm not nearly as fast as Christina. Most of the time, I get bored before I make the artwork look good.
Yeah.
I wrap it up. I finish, but like
Let me just
to prove my case. All right, I'm not just saying nonsense. If I work hard, I can draw decent
Decent.
quality. This
It's
is from
very
last
good.
year.
I feel like you can do way better than this now.
Yeah,
I feel like you could redraw
I
this.
quit. But yeah,
Why did we quit all the time?
that's my anime stuff. Same with this one. This is my anime when it's painted. But it depends. Like I could change styles. I'm kind of going with something that's I'm a little bit more comfortable with. This is actually before my 1,000 head drawings too,
Really?
or before I started it. Yes, please. I'm practicing perspective these days, and I'd love to pick up some tips. TikTok is tweaking. Rip. At least we're not getting bombarded by
Oops, sorry.
We're not getting bombarded by.
That's
Solve
true.
this puzzle. They fixed it. It was only for the 12-hour stream. I started the 1,000 heads challenge, and I'm only at my 10th head. 10th is better than none.
None.
Is that 1% of the way there?
Okay, I have to move on. I have to move on to the clothes. I'm spending too much time. Let's see. What color should I do? I really did like that navy blue, but I feel like. You see, Colton, how about you choose the color for me?
What color?
Ray. This is too much weight to put on my shoulders. Top right color palette.
Top right color palette.
That is pretty cute though. I might have to use acrylic markers for this then.
Yes. Let's break out the other supplies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tori.
First.
Villager hunting.
For some reason, every day means every day says pink.
Pink? Okay. Pinky.
I like the pink and dark blue look.
Sure.
Pink for what do you think? The outside like this?
Yeah, we'll do pink for the outside.
Yeah, that's cute.
And then we'll do navy blue for this. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Pink.
Bro, I need different music to listen to on stream.
I know. Poor. Where's the pink? It's this one.
Yes,
Yay!
you were thinking what day? I don't know. Christina's family is visiting on Wednesday. And they're going to be here till Saturday. And they're going to be in our house the whole time. And we're probably going to have to hang out with them and do stuff. So we
My
might not be
grandma's
able to
coming.
stream on those days. Yeah, we're really excited about it. We got the hobby room converted into a guest room. When is another 12-hour stream? Wouldn't you like to know? I don't know. We just had one on Saturday. We could do another one sometime.
Yeah.
But don't forget, everybody, live class signups are still going on. If you want to be classmates with Dahlia and Benjibi and Horologium, go ahead and sign up for our live classes. They're going to be starting around the middle of June. The Saturday and Sunday, a costume drawing class and also a figure drawing class.
Yes, this is the perfect pink.
Should we start hurting? Hope you feel better.
Can it literally not get
Can you and Christina have a stream off? Huh? What does that mean? Like a stream off?
like we don't do a stream, like we have a day off, or like that's how I interpreted it.
Horologium bought the 2 classes. Horologium signed up for the figure drawing class. One percent. 1% is 1%. I mean, I would say if you've done 1% of them, you're already in the top 90% of people who are taking the challenge, because most people never even start.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to pay for them? Yes, they're paid classes. Our live classes are paid. Miki is cute. Yes,
She is
you are
cute.
correct. Miki is very cute. I think that is the link. Let's check it out. Yeah, you can check out our live and recorded classes on that link that I just sent. That's all good, Lindsay. The classes aren't for a while. They fight each other.
Maybe we'll have the bow also be blue, that navy blue, or light blue. I think the light blue would be kind of cute, actually.
Marina Chu, thank you for the follow.
Thank
Blaine,
you.
thanks for the follow.
Should I make these ruffles white? I think I should, yeah. I'll make this ruffle white and
That
this
would be
ruffle
so
pink.
fun.
What?
I would love to stream role playing.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
like, character AI.
That'd be
We do,
really
like,
fun.
A Miki role play. So fun.
That would be really funny.
That would be hilarious. Like, that would be so funny. Oh my gosh, that's so dumb. I would do that sort of thing on like a second channel, or just like TikTok or whatever. Happy Doodles, just scrolling and I found this stream. Awesome,
Aw,
welcome.
Hey.
I love it when people scroll and find the stream.
Yes, I do too.
How are you doing? Was it just on your homepage?
Glad that you said hi. We always want new friends. That is not the
That's
right.
great, doing good. Nice.
And yes, it was awesome. Well, we're Draw Anime Academy.
Mm-hmm.
We teach art. We go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We upload videos on drawing and art. We have a good time. And actually practice gesture drawing a little bit ago. Very nice. That's
Nice. Okay.
fun. 27,000 likes on TikTok.
27,000 likes. Head pats. I'll have to do head pats before we go.
Yes, welcome. Very friendly. Everybody's friendly around here, hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
BRB, all good. Let's actually practice just scrolling on the stream. Sick.
This.
I can't believe I'm saying this. He says in a KSO voice, but I'm gonna have to leave. I'm really tired. Angelina, you've earned it.
I think you have.
Don't say too many quotable things without me. This is going to be the single most quotable stream in the history of Anime Academy, and you're gonna miss every second of it.
Rip.
I'm kidding. I don't know if I'm kidding or not. You know me. I say unhinged stuff sometimes.
You do.
But
What's new?
you're gonna go take a nap. Dang, I could take a nap sometime.
Heck, I'm trying to find the perfect color. There we go.
Have a good one. We got the YouTube rewind button. That's true! Tori saving the day. You can just go back to the YouTube. Okay, I'm back. Nice. Aw, she's so cute.
Yay!
Molly is cutest. What's our thumbnail on YT?
Oh, it beats me. Should I give her like polka dots?
It's like 11. Oh, you're going to bed. That's wild. I didn't realize it was 11. Love the eyes. Is the
Yay.
plush a duck or a guy? I'm squinting my eyes.
It's a
guy.
it's a guy.
It's a
I haven't
guy.
colored him yet.
He hasn't colored the hair yet.
Yeah.
Good night, Angie,
Bye.
Lena. I hope you have dreams of a whole lot of people you don't know saying your name very closely in your ear.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Or people you know in real life who don't know your online username saying stuff,
Stuff
maybe
maybe. Okay,
into
that-
your ear.
That's funny.
That's even better.
That's even better.
Help. People in real life who shouldn't know your online username that for some reason they now know it, and you're like, what
Bro.
do they know? Have they seen
How,
my
what
art?
do they know?
Did they read my story?
Bro.
Which
That
is-
would be my worst
That's
nightmare.
worse, isn't it?
I think that would be worse. Alright. Time to add
No,
it
stop on the screen. That's good.
Maybe I'll make this like a light pink ruffle. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so Happy Doodles, we stream on TikTok and YouTube.
Yes.
So most of our viewers are actually on TikTok. We've been streaming there for a really long time, about almost a year. And so most of our regulars are on there, but we do have a good amount of people who will watch on YouTube. Most of our art, we taught art earlier, but right now this is actually a promotional, an artwork that is a, how do I say it? It gets done as part of a promotion. We have classes online, and people who buy our classes, when we run a promotion, get a free artwork like this, and they get both of our books. We have 2 books, and they get shipped to them.
Yes. I gotta do Alexi's eyes now. And hair. Because it's driving me crazy.
VO, no more vehicle.
No more vehicle. Rip.
You just share a TikTok with my friend, lives in North Carolina. Looked at the people she follows, girls in my homeroom class. I live in a whole other state. Interesting. I don't. You know, I was gonna say I would never share a social media profile, but
What?
Anime Academy is a shared profile.
Yeah.
I run the profile,
You do run the profile.
but we don't really. There's nothing to run.
Yeah.
Like it just exists.
Yeah.
Although we, some of our regulars, we have a bunch of streaks with.
Yeah.
Bestie, I got rid of that last stream. Aw, we're besties. And I didn't even know there was a promotion going on, Kat says.
Oh. Yep.
Honestly, I like the promotion so much. It adds so much.
It's so cute.
It gives people so much more to look forward to. It's like
I wish it was a permanent.
it's like
one.
dinner,
Yeah.
but you get like a free dessert.
Oh, I know it is like
And it's your favorite dessert, and you get to look forward to it, and it's something they can keep forever.
Yeah,
on
it's like a
their wall.
forever dessert. It's literally a forever dessert.
I have a YT channel too, just starting out. Awesome. We're kind of just starting out on YT. We don't upload that much, but that's gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube is great. It's a really good platform.
Oh, I like this song. This is a song I use for our YouTube videos.
Is it?
Yeah.
We're actually a much smaller YouTube channel than we appear. Like we're small.
Yeah, we're small.
We're at like 15,000 or almost at 15,000. But the reason we're there is because like 10,000 or more of our followers came from one perspective video that went kind of viral a long time ago. $14.9. Let's see how many subscribers we have to go till 10K or till 15K. I'm at 132. Awesome. I remember being there. 10 more subscribers on YT and we'll hit 15,000.
Oh, nice. 10 more.
We'll do a 15,000 YouTube subscriber stream. Yippee! Yeah, awesome. That's honestly awesome. The first 100, I would say, are probably the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
First 100, first 1,000 are the hardest. Finding something to get from like 1,000 to 10,000 is kind of hard. If you can get to 10,000, usually you're doing something right enough that you can just keep doing it and you'll continue growing. Are you just doing YouTube for fun, or do you want to like make it a living, like make it your career or something? But that's awesome. Super exciting.
Colin's all about the social media stuff.
I love it. I think it's so cool. It's so fun. I'm a nerd about that stuff. Make that 133. Ooh, VO.
Yay! Video!
Well, maybe eventually, but I'm 13 currently, so I don't know if I'll get monetized. Hey, it's all good. Wow.
All the
13, huh?
practice. 13.
10 times more subscribers than your age.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, getting started doing that young, by the time you're older, you'll already be like a legend.
That's
That's
true.
really fun.
All right.
Well, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Hey, you're old enough to join our community.
Yep.
If you want to, we do have a Discord server. A lot of people there. People do challenges every single week. They do collaborations. They draw together.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun. Vio, actually, the person who subscribed to you, is actually one of the moderators who runs the challenges in our community. Ooh, satisfying.
Satisfying. Maybe I should have made
I
this
don't
ribbon.
got Discord. All good.
Maybe I should make this ribbon also that dark blue. Maybe
we'll continue streaming regardless.
Mm-hmm. I think I will do that because I like it.
If you guys are still live, I'll come back. Bye-bye, Lily.
Bye, Lily.
I don't think I've ever... Wait, have I seen Lily's art?
I don't think I've seen Lily's art.
Lily, have I seen your art before? Is it on your TikTok? Now I'm curious. Ooh, is that your art on your TikTok?
Wow.
That's so pretty. Mmm. Oh, I love that. Sorry if you heard me swallow, chat. I'm locked in.
That's very nice.
Ooh, I like that
That
one.
one is very nice.
Yes, that's my art. Oh, awesome. Ooh, I like that one.
Why are you asking us for help?
Very nice work.
That's amazing.
Oh, I love it.
No wonder why you ask so much good questions.
Barnacle is my profile picture on Discord. Awesome. No, I thought the desks were real. Yeah, I painted this a while back. I'll show it to you, Big. Sorry, YouTube. There you go. Although this apple is
The apple is just something I built in Blender really fast. But it's not very visible. I kind of keep it down. Undo. There we go.
All right. Let's see. What else do I need
TikTok
to do?
didn't see that, but I just made the desk the size of the whole screen on YouTube. Remember when we bought this first microphone here?
Yes.
Introducing Molly. We bought this microphone back when we had an idea for content. We got a green screen and we got some funny outfits and we got this microphone so we could talk and like, oh yeah, as you can see here, you know, Christina's making her drawing of Molly. Yeah. And we made a couple of videos. I think they're actually still at the end of some of our TikToks, remember?
Oh boy, yeah.
That was so funny.
That was goofy.
And then your mom messaged you and said that the sailor outfit was tacky.
Oh yeah. And I'm like,
And
that's the point.
Like that's the point. It's supposed to be.
That's
Bad.
supposed to be bad.
Are you live on TikTok and YT? Yes, we are.
Yes.
We've tried a lot of stuff. We've tried a lot. Like, it looks like we had a lot of success streaming on TikTok.
Oh my gosh.
Like, and it came easily.
It did not.
It did not.
I was about to give up.
We spent 11 months. Regulars, you probably know this. Newer people, you don't. We spent 11 months making content on TikTok consistently. Like multiple videos a week. Tried as hard as we could. 11 months straight. Our videos got like no views. Like a couple hundred views. 11 months straight. We were so depressed. We were so ready to give up. We put our heart and souls into it. We took such a big gamble with like doing social media.
Yeah, we did.
And then I took some classes online. I read some psychology books and some books on storytelling, and we just worked really, really hard on our scripts. Started editing our videos differently, and then we had like a couple 100,000 view video. And then our video like after that did like over 1 million views.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the clothing one.
Yep, that
And
was
it
a
brought
clothing
in
one.
like 30,000 followers. Man, memory lane.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, that male torso video that Sam Does Art reacted to, that video was one of our old videos that never did well. And then it eventually started going viral after years, and now it's at like 500,000 views. And then he reacted to that, which is like old,
Bro, that's old.
like old stuff.
Like, no, don't look at that one.
And he gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, 8 out of 10, I'll take
But then
it.
he reacted to a new video of ours, and
hair.
he gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yep, 10 out of 10. Yippee!
What psychology books? There's a couple of them. One of them is crap. What's it called?
Persuasion?
Influence.
No, that's not influence.
By he's a
Cialdini?
legend. Yeah, he's a legend. Robert Cialdini. It's called Influence. It's a big, thick book. There's another one by Will Storr called The Science of Storytelling. That's a really good book. It talks about neuroscience behind human brains and their interpretation of stories. I'm also trying to write a book on a goddess that I made up, and it's based on Greek mythology. That's fun.
That's fun. Got a lot of goddess OCs.
Yeah, the book, The Science of Storytelling, that was a big game changer for me. You have to speak in stories and things that people's brains can understand. It's a lot like art. It's like when you make an artwork, you have to consider the whole. Like, you have to remember there's somebody out there who's going to perceive your art. They're going to look at it and they don't know anything about it and they have to take it in all at once.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to make sure that your artwork isn't unapproachable for someone who's never seen it before.
Yeah.
And so that means focusing on the whole. And when we started doing that with our content, our content started going viral. We're just like, a person doesn't know us. They've never seen it before. They have no idea who we are, what we do. They're on a bus. They can barely hear us. can they understand exactly what we're talking about? Just within a very short amount of time, can we bring them up to speed and get them engaged in something that they can like follow?
Mm-hmm.
That's the secret to going viral.
Yes.
Like, if you can get people who don't know you up to speed and engaged in like 5 seconds, you can go viral.
You win.
You win. How to draw?
How to draw?
How do draw? How draw you?
Start with putting a mark on the pencil and
Yes.
going from there.
We have a page that's dedicated to how to draw. You can check out some of our tutorials.
Yep.
We also teach art Monday, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wonderful first impression. We teach art Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Live stream right now. We are live.
We did do tutorials earlier, so you can also, and we also stream on YouTube.
Reading Percy Jackson for inspiration. That's fun.
Wednesday.
The funny thing is every dumb thing I say is now immortalized forever on our YT channel.
Oh yeah.
One day we're gonna have like 1 million subscribers, and people are gonna be going through our old videos and just listening to every dumb thing.
Bro.
And they're just, it's gonna be like stuff maybe times 1,000 in terms of just humiliation.
Christina Matson. Hello.
Hello.
Speaking of books, I'm back to writing my novel again. Awesome. Compilation of Colton quotes. Oh no. Who are the characters you're drawing? This is Kat. Her TikTok username is Everyday Means Everyday. These are her characters.
Mm-hmm.
Look at them. They're adorable. Think I've been here since February, but I don't talk much. Oh, good. We love lurkers.
Yep.
I remember when Colton said Wednesday 2045. Hey, hey. The hair is so good, I'm struggling with hair for real. Christina actually just put up a YouTube video on hair
Yes, I did. How to
Like-
draw hair.
2 days ago. Yes, 2 days ago. You can go check it out. It's the latest video on our channel.
Mm-hmm.
It teaches all about drawing hair of different kinds as well.
Yes. Wavy, curly, straight.
Brum, 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 brum.
Right. I think this is the finishing touches. I wonder what kind of thing I should. I feel like I should add some polka dots. What do you think, Colton? Should I have polka dots on this cute little pink shirt?
That would be kind of cute.
Would be pretty cute. I'll think about it.
You know what I'm wondering about?
What?
I feel like in the far future, I don't know, maybe not even the far future, people are just gonna go through like our old live streams and find something that we said and take it out of context, and then they're gonna try to like cancel us.
Oh, yeah, probably. I hope not, but
That's what people always do, that stupid stuff.
I'm like, well, dude, what do you even get out of this other than you're just angry at someone and you want to ruin someone's life? Like, come on. Like, how pathetic. I think it's pathetic. And it is pathetic. Like, what? I'm just like, I said a million things.
Bro.
I'm so glad that you. It just appalls me to think that you would spend hours and hours wasting your life doing that. That'd be hilarious, though. But I really hope it does not happen. Art looks so cute. Thank you, Dahlia. I says you guys are not that controversial. Oh, I feel like some people
People
could figure out how to make it controversial. Which,
It's not something that really scares me that much.
that's good.
Sorry, I've been ignoring you, chat.
The artists are beautiful. How long have just been drawing this. I don't like pancakes, so you hate waffles. Yes, I call Poppy waffles.
I call Poppy pancake.
Yeah, that's funny. So you hate waffles.
So you hate pancakes? Oh, she looked like a pancake to me more than a waffle.
What other psychology books? Like,
I don't necessarily agree with everything that I read in the books, but sometimes there's just this one thing that can be a really big game changer.
Yeah.
There's a book by crap, I don't remember his name, but the book is called All Marketers Are Liars. It's a really good book. I would read it. There's some really good stuff in there. It talks
I
about
think
the
it's all
story.
marketers tell stories, but our
Yes.
liars is
Well,
crossed out.
Oh yeah. Maybe it's All Marketers. He changed the book cover because everybody was
Didn't
mad
like
at
it.
him.
Yeah.
But it was an ironic book cover.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can look it up by either title. What's that guy's name again? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Seth Godin. That's his name. He talks about a concept called the story in the customer's head, which is like every single person is going through life and they have like these stories, these things that they already believe, that they're already thinking about. Like, for example, if someone came up to me and started talking about Miki, I would already be following along, right? It would be like, oh yeah, Miki, this and that. And like, I'm already get it. Like, I don't have to be brought up to speed. I don't have to be brought into the context. It's just something I already know. Like, it's
Yep.
already in my thought process. And so when you're making content for people, you have to understand the group of people you're making content for, because they have these things they're already thinking about, and you kind of come in and line up with stuff they're already thinking about. So you don't really have to spend time bringing them in on context and explaining like the concepts of things. So for example, imagine you want to make content for people who go to the gym and work out. You can start talking about things and using gym language, and they're already going to understand what you're talking about. So that sounds very obvious, but it really emphasizes the fact that you have to know who your content is for, right? Like, most people in our community know what OC means. Like,
Yep.
you don't have to explain it.
Yep.
So by saying OC, we're already kind of identifying the group of people that we're making
That we're
content
targeting
for.
to. Yep.
So you'll see people come into stream sometimes and they'll be like, what does OC mean?
Yep.
And that's totally fine. But like, you'll also see people who they don't need to know what OC means. They know what it means already. It's like the story that's going on in their head.
Yeah.
So you just have to understand what language and verbiage to use when talking to your particular audience. And it requires some research, digging through Reddit to see how people talk, looking through YouTube content, comments and content, looking through TikTok comments. You start to get an idea of what language do people use, what stories are already going in their heads. That really helped our content go viral. Like, we've just had our like third or fourth video past 2 million views. And we can do it consistently. Like, almost everything we make goes viral. And it's just because we spent a lot of time learning that kind of stuff. It's one of my favorite subjects, honestly. I could talk about it forever.
I think this is done.
Look at that. Cat. Look at this. Speaking of cat, I want to find Poppy sometime. I always think OC stands for own character, but isn't it actually original character? Yeah, it's original character, but I think own character kind of
Also works.
would probably work.
I'm annoyed by this. I don't know what to do with this.
Put another dab of white on it. You have gouache, you know.
I do have gouache.
Gouache is better.
It is better. So I'll do
Christina
that
hasn't had to break out the gouache until
until today.
now.
Hopefully,
You could probably just use like a toothpick or something. You definitely don't need that much.
I don't need that much,
You
but
probably
that's
just
okay.
poke a toothpick into it.
Oh, I don't have a toothpick, and I don't want to go find it. Okay.
I love this song. It's so catchy. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. only thing is now I have to match the skin tone.
Of course, social media is all about giving value.
Yeah.
Like, that's another really important point. If you want to grow on social media quickly, you have to give value. The value can be entertainment, it could be education, it could be comedy, humor, it could be a combination. And you'll start to develop, like, an idea of what the personality of your content is. You can try and experiment with different things. That's really big as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that white worked. Yay! Pretty happy with how this turned out.
He makes stuff like that, Mark Brunette.
Ha! Yep.
That's like similar to how we
Oh yeah, that's how we would make our...
we make thumbnails
Yeah,
sometimes.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, he makes those similar types of thumbnails too, huh?
Yeah.
But he's already huge.
He's already huge, so...
I don't particularly think they're great thumbnails. You definitely understand them. But he
Yeah,
already
they-
has
like,
a
you
huge,
get it.
huge base of audience that watches everything anyways. I don't know if he's trying to grow rapidly or if he's just kind of finding things that are, like, consistent. Something that's kind of easy to produce quickly.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad you like Cat. I actually really enjoyed this. Actually, Colton, can you give me a red pen? I have an idea. So
A red
smooth.
pen?
So nice and smooth and...
A red
Yes,
Pan. It's also pretty awesome. You are a duo. Yeah, I think that's actually one of the things that makes us unique. Remember that chart? You hate me.
Why did it do
You'll
that?
hate me, but it's Alexi. What, huh?
Huh?
It's beautiful. I love it so much. Ah.
Ah, it's E-I.
ALEXEI.
E-I. Crap. What do I do?
You didn't check the name? I didn't know that. I didn't even realize you wrote the names yet. Uh-oh. You'll hate me, but it's Alexi.
I don't hate you. I hate myself.
I can guarantee you she won't make that mistake
I
again.
will not make that mistake ever again. Kitty. Nope, it was
Nope,
your
it's
foot.
my little big toe.
Ew.
Little big toe.
White out. I mean, yeah, I could, but then it's gonna get this like weird.
It's gonna have a weird
It's gonna have a weird effect, and I'm like,
It's okay.
okay.
ALEXEI. What did you do?
I
ALEXIE?
yeah.
Oh, ALEX.
You can change the I to close a space to make an
Yeah.
E to make an I.
So you go ALEX, turn the E into an I, and then put an E on the end.
Okay.
And then, oops, I missed dotting the I in the wrong spot.
There. Kind of.
Yeah, it works.
I guess it works now.
You could use the whiteout again.
Yeah.
Not the whiteout when I say the gouache, I mean.
All right. Yippee! It worked. Crisis averted. I feel like I want to add another stripe.
Christina narrowly escapes again.
I know.
7 more subscribers on YT until 15,000.
Whoa, really?
That dog is actually so adorable. Yes. It's Molly.
Molly, finally I get to draw her.
Yes.
She's so cute.
This is catchy. Sounds like one of the, like a video game song from like one of those mobile games, like the fast-paced ones, like Geometry Dash or.
Oh, I remember
silly
those
thing like
games.
that. Yeah, remember when I was talking earlier about doing like commissions, and I was talking about how like you can kind of create your own category where you can't compare prices by changing your offer and making it unique. That's how social media works as well. Doug talks a lot about this. I don't know if anybody here watches Doug, but he has a
So
video
good.
called Guide for New Content Creators. And he literally talks about making a fusion channel where you create your own unique experience. So people can't really go anywhere else to get what you give. It's the same concept. I really like Doug's stuff. He's very, very creative. He's a really, really good content creator.
Oops.
Probably my favorite as far as like intelligent, funny,
Hey, Gooby.
entertaining content.
Yeah.
Hello, Gooby.
Found this epic place again.
Gooble.
Gooble?
It's Gooble.
Gooble. Oh. Well, I'm gonna call you Gooby anyways.
Welcome back.
It's like Tombin and Toombin. I'm just gonna call them Tombin forever.
Hello.
Nah, it's fine. I'll call you Gooble. I'll remember.
Gooble.
But Gooby sounds cuter.
Is that
and,
Appa
and-
as your profile picture?
Hey, Kiraji.
Yeah, it looks like it.
How much longer do you think it'll be streaming? We'll probably.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. We'll probably end kind of soon. We still gotta have dinner.
Ooh.
And I gotta-
Dinner mukbang?
No, I have to actually cook pasta and stuff.
Pasta.
Yeah, because the last meal prep didn't have any pasta in it. Because I cooked too little pasta. So now I have to cook the fresh
Oh no, I want
curry. But we gotta get through the old one.
Don't care. I'll have it for lunch
You said
sometime.
The baby Appa?
I do want
You do want the curry? Okay. We'll have the curry then.
We have one meal prep left, but it'll wait. Or we could end stream and we could try to run to the store
For what?
for the things that we need.
Yeah. Got my name from actually saying Google. Wait.
Instead of goodbye. That's great.
That is actually good.
It's Baby Appa.
Yeah, we should get a.
It's not super urgent.
I really like how this turned out.
Yeah.
I was low-key, I was like kind of panicking throughout the process because I was like, oh my gosh, what if it's not gonna look good? It's not looking good right now. And then I'm like, okay, actually it looks pretty good.
We need more of the nah, Costco's already closed. The chicken salad stuff.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
it's 8:34. And we
We're
also
gonna go to. Oh no, it's. Oh wait, it is Monday. No, Hobby Lobby closes at like 9, doesn't it? We probably don't have time. I don't care. We don't have to go today. She's adorable. You slayed, Chrissy Poo.
Thank you. Yippee. Cat, one of our OG members, even from the olden days. Bro, if you told yourself that you would get this when you were young, how would you feel? That's what I think about if I'm like, oh, I get to do something. OG since July. That is basically when we were just starting.
That's awesome.
Bye, Happy Doodles.
Bye bye. Yeah, we'll probably wrap up here relatively soon.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to go through and do some perspective stuff though.
Like perspective practice and you just stream it or something? Or you mean like...
Maybe. Nah, I'll probably just do it on my own tonight. Maybe I'll just go in like the
Quiet drawing?
Diesel Oh, Palm Poof's like rock. I get it.
Huh?
Oh.
Her like rock? Oh, I see. I thought you were gonna draw Snaz. Bro, how do I... can never do this right.
Where's our head pads? I don't know.
Oh, actually,
don't know
I
what
was supposed to
Christina's
give you
doing
guys
these
head
days.
pads.
What's she up to these days, chat?
Chut. Chut.
Are you
I
chat
gotta clean
senior
up.
or chat junior?
Chat senior.
Well, like goldfish memory. That's my job. I'm the one who has goldfish
I
memory.
have goldfish memory.
He's running away from his responsibilities.
All right, chat.
Struggling Colton noises.
Have. Wait, what? What am I saying have for? I was gonna say have a good head pat. Good job, chat. For 25k 25k likes. My brain is not working right now. Hold up.
Great work, chat.
Good job.
Rank the mods as older or younger siblings. Tori's definitely the older sibling. That is like the motherly one.
Yep.
Sarah's the kid that stays up too late playing.
No, I would say that she's like the second oldest. That
That
is
stays
chill,
up too late
that
playing.
Stays up too late, and yeah.
Sarah's wise beyond her years. Your new favorite thing is to hop on TikTok and draw listening to you guys. That's awesome. Are you
Vio and
following? You don't want to lose us.
Let me think. Vio and Toe are, I think, the middle children,
They cause
maybe, and they're the
mischief.
twins.
But what about Dahlia?
Dahlia, I don't know. I don't think she's the youngest, but I don't think she's. Maybe she could also be one of the oldest. Maybe she's the middle of the oldest. I think. Okay, the oldest would be.
They're all the oldest.
They're all the oldest. They're all like. I'm talking about vibe here. Tori, Dahlia, and I think Sarah. And then Toe and Vio are the same age.
Ziri is old. Don't tell her I said this. Is Ziri older than me?
I think she's in her 30s.
Really?
Well, she got a husband and everything.
Toe and I are the mischief twins.
Yeah, you guys are the mischief twins.
I just exist. Dahlia is the studious student who's always practicing and studying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go study now. And she's just locked in. The crazy thing is like consistency really is the secret. Consistent practice regularly. Ziri is 28, I believe. Oh, she's younger than me then.
She ain't old.
Consistent practice. You're gonna have people who are beginners who join the community and they're just going to practice all the time. And then like a year or two later, they're gonna be like the powerhouse of art in the community. And people are gonna be like, what? Hell yes, man, the people in this community are so good. Oh.
I'm sorry, it just looked so smooth I couldn't help it.
And it's gonna be like, yeah, they spent the last 2 years practicing here. So mean, Colton. So mean what? I said people are gonna join the community, be like, man, people are so good here. What the heck? Oh.
She says, not you dodging the kiss. Oh, he does that all the time. He's like,
It's instinctual. I'm fighting for my life. You don't know my background. You don't know what I had to deal with growing up. I grew up with a brother. I
man.
instinctively move away from potential threats. It happens. It happens in the reptilian part of my brain, right? Brainstem.
Brainstem.
Seriously, things go through here before they ever move to the conscious part of your brain. That's another reason people go viral on social media.
I
You don't know my backstory. That's true. I have no brothers.
The trauma.
What is that? The cerebellum, and then
cerebellum. I think. Yeah.
I think that it's like the brainstem. It's the reptilian part of your brain. It reacts to things instinctively.
I have 3 older brothers. Wow. I kind of do think we should use up the last meal prep because it's going to be on the back of our heads.
This is my favorite ever.
Favorite meal prep.
And you have to make something for it.
Yeah.
It's pasta.
5 older siblings. Wow.
And 6 younger.
So you're basically like directly in the middle. Wait, hold up. 5 older
Pretty
and
much
6
in the middle.
younger. Yeah, you're pretty much in the middle. You're the middle
That's
kid.
wild.
That's
There's
a
2 middle
lot.
kids. Heck, there's enough siblings for
So
there to
there's
be
like-
like 10 middle
So
kids.
wait a second. So you got like 12. There's 12 kids.
11. Wait, yeah, there's 12.
Wow.
That's crazy.
How did that lore happen? Maybe a bunch of triplets. 3 sets of triplets. No. 4 sets of triplets each?
I struggle with wishing I started taking drawing seriously either. I totally understand the feeling. There's no time limit. Honestly, you start now, you start later. There's no difference. You're still practicing. It still takes the same amount of time. Like, people will be, 35 when they start drawing, and they'll be like, I feel like I'm too late. And it's like, 5 years when you're 35 is the same thing as 5 years when you're 14. Like, it's still 5 years is 5 years. It's just pushed later on. I find that when you're older, you generally have access to more resources. It's never too late at all. I have friends who are professionals that started in their mid-30s. They had never drawn before their mid-30s. And they're making a living off of art now. They're really, really, really good, high level.
My dad has 7 siblings. I thought that was a lot. It is a lot in this world. Most is maybe like 3 kids or 4.
It's all
It's cultural.
it's
too.
like an illusion. The getting started early or getting started late. It's just an illusion.
I told my. Oh, that's funny.
When you start late, you have more experience to draw upon in your past. You have more life experience. You generally have more resources. A lot of the time, you can think more clearly. In my experience, a lot of people who start late, quote late, have a higher chance of becoming a professional artist because they're usually better at planning out and making goals and staying focused and disciplined. It's very, very... Now, this isn't saying young artists don't have a good chance. Obviously, they have the energy, and a lot of the time they have the time when they're living at home. But they get distracted very easily a lot of the time. Most of my professional friends who started late, they're locked in. They're locked in. They have a very high amount of determination to study things that other people really don't want to study. So honestly, there's major advantages for starting early and starting late. It's not nearly as big of a deal as people think. And I have lots and lots and lots of personal experience and evidence to back that up. Like, I know dozens and dozens and dozens of people who are professional artists that I met before they ever even drew, at all different ages. Guys, why is chat a baby?
Chat is a baby because that was decided
By chat.
by chat
A
and
long time ago.
very long time ago.
Almost
and
a
we
year
just
ago.
Kept it.
Yeah.
Almost a year ago.
Almost an entire year ago, baby chat was born.
You know who it takes after?
Huh?
You know who they take after?
Not me, because they have hair.
But you look like look like a baby. And then blue because I thought it was appropriate. Blue seems like a pretty good color for a neutral color.
So are we 1 year old? Not yet. A year ago?
Almost a
year
year.
ago. Like a month or two.
When's the
away.
anniversary? When's the birthday? June.
My baby's 47 weeks old. So in a couple of years, we're going to be like, my baby's 128 weeks. My baby's at 237 weeks. Oh, how old is baby Chad? Oh, 249 weeks.
How do that? I can't even.
Use years!
Use years. I know.
Oh, my baby's 128 months.
And something days and something minutes and hours.
Y'all have heard that before because y'all reject me for real. Snaz, you reject yourself. Gonna use minutes. My baby's 79,000 minutes. 80,000. 79,235 minutes. What is 70,000 minutes?
Because wait, when was the next
Probably
star
not
that
even
they
that
get?
much. It's probably like a month or two.
I would say 100K is maybe the next star.
Chat, how much is 70,000 minutes? It's probably
No,
not
not
even that
100K.
long. It's probably
1,000.
only 60, 24,000. Probably not even a couple of months, right?
Wait a second.
Like
I'm not
maybe a
doing the math
month?
right. 1 million K like what?
1 million K likes.
I was saying 100K. Wait a second, that's not the right math. 10 something, and I'm like, no, that's not right either. And I say,
Never hit a million
1
likes on
million?
the stream.
my brain is literally not working right now.
I'm 226 months old.
Is that a baby? Yeah, it's
Yes,
baby chat.
the baby chat.
We should honestly just leave baby chat up. It brings a lot of new
It does
people in
bring a
with
lot of-
questions.
I know. 1 million K likes.
It's
Yeah, I guess
us.
I guess that's
Came
gonna be
in
a
time
thing
for
now.
chalky milk. No, chat has
No.
not earned the chalky milk today. 1 million K likes quoted for Angelina. 5-star baby. Oh, 5-star baby.
He's
It's
only
cute.
4-star though. That's why I say the 5th star should be 1 million K likes.
There's no way in a million years chat would ever hit 1 million likes on stream. Not with the absolute massive
We already
nerf.
have strawberry milk.
The
We have
absolute
strawberry
massive
milk.
nerf that TikTok streaming has had. There's no way anybody could hit 1 million
I
likes.
honestly
like this.
don't think so either.
Not a chance. There are 40 people here. Every single person would have to hit, like, what is that, like?
You stream for
20,000
24 hours.
20,000 likes or something.
Bro, if
I
we
don't
get a
even know.
million likes, we might do a 24-hour.
20,000. What would it be?
Yes,
1
it is the same
million?
as our YouTube name. Dry Academy. Is that a dare? Maybe?
Dang, I was close.
Would you say-
25,000 likes a piece. I said 20,000.
Would you say that if they get a million likes, we would do a 24-hour?
If we did what likes?
1 million likes?
Probably. A 24-hour stream, that would be kind of fun. We'd have to take shifts. One of us would have to stay up through the night. Gasp, she
Yeah.
said the YT word. We've been
I'm
saying it
just
all
saying
stream.
it all stream. I say it every now and then. Sometimes I'll say it at 100 people because I'm like, well, YouTube is more understandable than YT.
This is very detailed, baby chat. I think I'll learn a lot by your YT channel. Thank you.
Thank you.
500,000 likes. Yeah, they hit 500K.
It was 5:17. That was probably on a 12-hour stream.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, 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 bing.
I'm getting hungry.
I am too, bro. I'm starving.
Guess we'll have our curry
Yippee!
Wait, do we have it now or do we have it after stream?
after stream.
Chat doesn't get to watch us eat our delectable curry.
I want to eat. I want to eat without watching, without being watched.
I'll watch you. I'll be like, judgment.
Judgment.
You'll feel the rays of judgment coming from my head, from my
The
baldness.
rays- It's gonna radiate. There'll be times where I don't care if I eat on stream, but other times I'm like, I just want to kind of eat by myself.
Father, can I get some curry? I say outside the house through the window. No. Mother, we want curry. I have gained knowledge.
Good.
Knowledge! I remember I didn't get what white tea was because my Spanish-speaking brain is like, white tea?
White tea. Oh yeah.
As a shy person, I bet it's hard to eat on stream. No, it's
Yeah, no,
fine.
it's
It's great.
It's fine.
You get an entire mob of people who are super incredibly jealous.
Yep.
Dahlia!
Thank you, Dahlia, for the
with the- for
super
the-
chat.
With the $5 super chat on YouTube. You guys are such a big help to me. Thank you for everything. Aw, thank you, Dahlia. We appreciate it. Can we get some W's, dubs in the chat for Dahlia? Let's see some W's to Dahlia for the $5 super chat. Courtney's just like that he likes to bully us and make us hungry while he absorbs his meal.
Absorbs. That makes sense. I was jealous of your guys' bagel. Honestly, the bagel was really good.
How long have you guys been drawing for? Over 20 years, both of us.
Mm-hmm. Over 20 years.
Eating on stream sounds fun. Like you can like slurp your food really loud like you have total free will. Yes. Under our bed right now. The bed is the blanket.
Poppy.
The viewers have been going up.
Why?
I have no idea.
It's funny.
I think our stream's fun. I actually turned off the iPad frame today. For some reason. Oh, that's us. Woo woo. Yeah, let's dance. Woohoo. Hold up.
Leg muscles are difficult. Because there's a lot going on. I actually don't mind it without the frame.
Yeah, I don't mind it without the frame either. But the cute little marker and eraser is kind of funny.
I know, it is cute. It is cute.
I usually have it way down there, but I just turned it off today. YouTube still has the frame.
I miss Poppy.
There's Tira, June.
Colin, what if we made designer
Naomi.
toys? but they were cat themed.
Jake, Miki, Miko. Miko's so adorable.
I
If we make
love
cat
Miko.
themed designer toys.
Yeah, like the like that elf, the fairy thing that we just got,
Oh yeah,
and they look like this.
that's cute. Of Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy designer toys.
Of our characters.
Yeah, of our
Ooh,
characters.
Designer toys of our characters would be fun.
One day you should make plushies. I would. So when will we adopt all your So when will you adopt all your followers? I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
Never.
That
Turn
would
your
be-
OC into a cat should be a challenge. Ooh.
That would be a lot of work.
We did have a turn your OC into an animal. Adopt me, please. If we do have kids, or when we do have kids, I should say, I keep saying if, but when, because we do want to have kids someday, you guys are going to be very jealous. You're going to be like, or they'll be like, oh wait, Chat's going to be their older brother, or sister, or older sibling. Hello. Hey, Vaxania. I think my brain's kind of fried.
Three more followers until we
Three
hit
more followers?
Three more followers on the YT channel.
Show baby is what Chat's gonna say. Yeah, I honestly think so too.
3 more followers until we reach 15,000.
Older sibling Chat at this point. Yeah, my hair looks bad today.
Yes.
There we go.
15,000, that's pretty nice.
That is pretty nice.
I feel like 15K is a pretty fun achievement.
Oh, that curry barbecue was pretty good.
When we have 3 more followers, chat.
Hey, Ducky. Imagine the 2nd gen art skills your kids will have. Super artists. Man, if they are into art, that'd be great. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up having a kid that ends up being all super techie, and they do our tech support for us later on. 3 more followers, chat.
3 more followers. 3 more followers.
My whole family draws. I don't feel special. Aww.
Yup.
That's nice that the whole family draws, though.
That's great. That comes with its own benefits. Like,
Of course, that makes
you
me
can
feel best for
actually
just left.
relate. You can actually relate to your family members. It's not a phase, son.
It's not a face, son.
I'd tell that to Snaz. Snaz is like, Father, quit doing art and feed me. And I'd be like, it's not a phase, son.
You know,
It's not a phase,
do you
Mom.
think, you know, Will Weston's kid? Will Weston's kid isn't an artist. And Will Weston does a bunch of
That's
art.
true. She's studying, like,
Nursing or something.
Chemistry
I don't
or
know,
something, I don't
Chemistry
remember.
something. My
2
mom
more
used to
followers.
paint and sell her paintings.
that's
2
fun.
more followers.
Bum, 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 bum.
Maybe artists generally come from families that never really did art, and then one will pop up. Well, I feel like art is just such a general, like, it's such a popular thing now, especially with, like, the internet and everything. Gizmo, you might be a little late. You might be quite late.
All right, let's get this dealt with. Who on TikTok is not subscribed to our
channel.
YouTube channel? If 2 people go and subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, we will hit 15,000 followers, and it'll be amazing. And maybe we'll have to like celebrate it in some way.
Find an excuse to celebrate.
Yep.
Sushi.
Wow, 1 person. We need one
One
more. Swipe down and refresh.
Did that work?
It did it.
Yay!
Congrats, chat.
We reached 15,000.
15,000 followers on the YouTube. Awesome.
Yippee!
That's amazing.
I thought you were gonna do the yippee.
Thank you. We did it! Yay!
Imagine instead of baby chat drawing
I was here
head
for
pats.
this moment.
It's y'all's patting y'all's baby's head or feeding him or her chalky milk or strawberry milk. Oh, that's funny.
Our baby would get very, very, very
Fat.
overweight. Our
They
baby would
would.
probably die. That's
Oh,
horrible.
I don't want that to happen.
Chat would be personally
Unless it's,
responsible
like,
for killing the
organic.
baby.
Unless it's organic strawberry milk. Like
Unless it's like
strawberry, like I make a syrup out of strawberries and.
or if we fed it strawberry protein milk, the baby would get super jacked.
Muscle baby.
Muscle baby. Yippee yippee! Awesome, 15,000.
That's pretty good.
Now 15,001. Awesome, chat. We'll celebrate every single subscriber. Yeah, 1501. Woohoo! Awesome. Baby chat is more expendable.
That's true. What are those sound
What
effects?
are
They're
those sound
soundboard.
effects?
We got. Yep. I just thought it was gonna be the new one
What are
that we
those
got.
sound effects? This is a sound of celebration. Soon you guys will have 200k on TikTok. The mouse is
Yeah.
tweaking again.
Uh-oh.
Okay, now add his burp to the soundboard. But
Why am I kind of obsessed with these poppy drawings? They're actually kind of cute.
all right, chat. Maybe the bigger the community gets, the older baby chat gets.
What about the teenage years? It's not a phase.
Oh, I should do teenage chat.
Baby chat doesn't want to spend time with us anymore.
Oh, rebellious. No. It's funny. Rebellious chat. Rebel chat.
Yeah.
When you have a kid turn chat into a teenager. Honestly, that's probably not a bad idea.
All right. I am ready. I'm ready to wrap up and get wrapped up in some pork belly curry. Let's go. I'm so hungry. All right, chat. Have a fantastic, and I mean fantastic, night.
Mm-hmm.
And we will go live on Wednesday. Most likely.
Most likely.
Most likely.
When my
Christina's
family
family
comes
is actually
over.
visiting, and we need to.
I'm actually quite excited.
Yeah, don't leave and get the milk. Don't go. Bye. See you guys Wednesday. Bye. Yes, we will see you later. Look at them, Molly and Alexi. Yippee. All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you later. Thank you for hanging out.
Bye.
Don't forget, live class is coming up.
Mhm.
Drawanime.com. Also, I don't know. Nothing. Okay, bye.
Have a good dinner.
See ya. And YouTube will check you. We'll catch you later as well. So bye bye everybody on YouTube. See ya.